And welcome to Saturday afternoon basketball of the Sky Broadband Rapid League in Te Rauparaha Arena in Porirua between the Tokomanawa Queens and the Sal's Mainland Pouākai, playing the Rapid League game today, which should be an entertaining contest. Before we get to the Tauihi later in the day, this is Casey Frank, joined by Lindsay Tate. Thanks for joining us today, Lindsay, and what are you expecting today from these squads?
Kia ora, Casey. Appreciate you having me today, brother. Looking forward to sharing the booth with you and watching this game. Lucky enough to catch the Tokomanawa crew last week in a couple of games, and really looking good coming back home after winning it last year to Te Rauparaha. So gonna hopefully be in for a ball game tonight, see some talent out there.
Let's kick things off by taking a look at the standings. The Southern Hoiho on top of everything, just one Rapid League win, but still sitting on top with 10 points. The Tokomanawa Queens sitting there in second place with 3 Rapid wins, 9 points in total, despite just being 2-1 overall. And the Mainland Pouākai, 0-3 in Tauihi, but 3 Rapid wins have kept them tied for 4th place and still in that finals hunt.
Yeah, that's right, Case. In the Rapid League, you know, really forward-thinking idea right now, and we were talking about it earlier, a great way to get like the depth in your team and also your roster and the coaching staff. So, you know, hats off to the league right now and what they're trying to achieve across the board and developing the game.
Developing the game and developing some of the tougher players as well. As we take a look at the starting lineup for the Sal's Pouākai, starting with Olivia O'Neill, Bassa Nesbitt at the 2, Maddie Morrow playing that small forward band, Evie Brown at the 12, and in the center position, Emily Knight, coached by Cam Wilson. Of course, a lot less coaching in the Rapid League. It's a speedy game, 4-minute quarters. You foul out in 4 times, but it's going to be up and down all night for this squad. Take a look at the starting lineup for the Tokomanawa Queens Rapid League squad, led by Latava Kenny. Sorry, pardon me, I believe it's Latava Whippy is out there today. Grace Hunter at the 2 spot, Eva Langton in the small forward position, Josie Trousdale at power forward, and Paris Mason will be womaning the middle.
That's right, Case, and like I kind of spoke on earlier, a lot of depth there. You see a lot of these young, you know, athletes playing in the game later today as well, so very lucky there in Wellington, or the lower region right there, the North Line, to have so much talent coming through under Coach Tanya Tupu.
Will be interesting as you see the head-to-head between these teams, exactly what kind of pace the Tokomanawa Queens are going to be playing with. They love to push that pace. Sopawanga leading scorer at 6.7. Josie Trousdale leading rebounder as we take a look at some of the other statistics there. Not expecting everyone to play in this game. Some injuries today for the Pouākai will affect not only the Rapid League team, but also the Tauihi squad as well.
Yeah, a lot going on right now for the Pouākai. Even coach right now is overseas dealing with some 3-on-3 commitments, but you know, in basketball it's a team sport, and we're working on growing the depth obviously with this type of league, so it'll be interesting to see the young talent compete this afternoon. I'm looking forward to it.
Say good afternoon to our coin referees. Thanks very much for their efforts today. Of course, they aren't the only ones, the players who have to double up between the 2 forms of the game. As the Pouākai are certainly looking at valuing these Rapid League games, and it's going to be interesting to see. Also on the Pouākai lineup for the Rapid League game today is Jacinta Beckley. Welcome back into the fold. Just rejoined the squad after playing over in NBL 1 in Australia, so she's going to be not only a great entry into the lineup for the Tauihi, but a lot of skill to be brought into the Rapid League squad today.
Yeah, welcome back to New Zealand, and obviously having a player of that caliber available, you know, this afternoon will boost the stocks. And seeing Juddy over there on the sideline, Coach Judd Flavel, just coming off a championship with the men, so that I'm sure will help things on the sideline for the Pouākai this afternoon.
Oh, always good to get a championship coach. Of course, the Tokomanawa Queens have their own in Tanya Tupu. Won the initial title, the inaugural title for the Tauihi last season, and they are looking to build on that, have quite a strong team. And I'm really interested to see how coaches treat these. You can see she's talking to her charges there, a lot of strategy going into it.
Yeah, the other great thing about this league, Case, you know, looking into it, is how much local talent is coming out of these regions right now. You know, a lot of locals on both teams, which is really nice to see that we're starting to grow that depth across the board in the female game and start to steal some of these young athletes over from netball.
Trying to get as many of those athletes as possible. Mistake by me earlier. It's Latava Kenny lining up at number 2 for the Tokomanawa Queens. And we are about to get off to tip-off here between Basa Nesbitt and Josie Trousdale. Tip-off is moments away until we get into 16 minutes of Rapid League action in your Sky Broadband Rapid League.
Uniforms look clean this evening, Case.
I love that
good
mint.
out there.
I love that mint. That mint is my favorite. The ball got pretty good themselves. A good defense in transition. The tip goes off, and coming back quickly are the Pouākai, really looking to get into that on-ball action around the perimeter. As we go to the wing, Millie Knight with the exploratory dribble, but the shot clock down to 8 seconds. They're going to have to try and find something quickly. No penetration of the Queens defense as of yet. Late jumper by Millie Knight, just short.
Yeah, great D there early from Tokomanawa, but they gave up the O board. Quite happy to kind of switch everything with that crew on most of the actions, but got to take care of those boards, Case. You know what time it is there.
Ivy Brown coming in and stealing an offensive rebound despite about 23 seconds of good defense there. And Ivy Brown has been on a bit of a whirlwind tour of late, qualifying for some prestigious tournaments around the world, Lindsay.
Yeah, she has been playing really well, you know, an up-and-comer, and obviously establishing herself early on today, getting to the line and settling the team early.
She's able to drop both from the TAB to take a 2-point lead 30 seconds into this one. Queens turned it over the first time around, and looking as Kenny comes straight to the paint.
Little punch screen action, got right in the heart of the defense.
Grace Hunter with a nice look, but offensive rebound strike back for the Queens. Excellent hustle to keep that one in bounds as Ava Langton is able to save the Hunter and back again.
Yeah, Grace is from around those regions. Porirua, she'll be looking to have a big game this afternoon in front of her whānau at home.
Really nice, great steal, getting it back up in transition. But the Pouākai slow it down as Olivia O'Neill finds Basa Nesbitt in the hole. Millie Knight for 3.
Great catch on defense there by Grace Hunter there, Case, on the tag.
Some physicality underneath between Trousdale and Brown. Might be a whistle soon as Grace Hunter lets it fly again in transition. Olivia O'Neill with the rebound coming back the other way. What a find up ahead. And the finish for Maddie just does not find the bottom of the net, unfortunately.
And you were right, Case. The beauty of this league and the 4-minute games is the pace that they're playing with. You know, really nice pace to watch them play at right now. And Tokomanawa like to play at that pace in the full games as well.
Lovely move by Paris Mason to find the key, and then Grace Hunter in the corner. He lets it fly again. Paris Mason is dominating the glass and just gets tripped up there by Ivy Brown, whose hustle gets rewarded with the whistle.
Yeah, Paris Mason got to catch the Kahu game about a week ago, and great energy coming off the bench, really impacted the game. Not necessarily with her scoring, but with her defense, her rebounding and her energy, just like she showed there.
Plays just like that is how she's earning her time. Sub comes in, Jacinta Beckley right into the ball game as Ivy Brown will head to the bench for the first time tonight. And welcome to 2023 season, Jacinta Beckley, your Rapid League debut.
Yeah, awesome to see so much local talent and international talent coming into Aotearoa, and being able to expose our local wahine to this type of basketball is such a blessing.
Queens with the rebound again. Grace Hunter misses the jumper, gets the rebound put back. Sorry, that was Kenny, Latava Kenny. Grace Hunter finds Paris Mason in the post. With the post move, kisses it off the glass.
Nice slip there. Great little finish around the ring. Pouākai playing with a real pace here, Case, right now.
They are pushing it up a little bit. As Maddie Morrow lets it fly from deep, can't find it, but Grace Hunter gets the rebound. As the Tokomanawa Queens come back up in transition, finds Kenny on the wing. Paris Mason pushed out of that screen.
Another slip out there. Back to the line for 2.
Oh, she is getting involved in all aspects of the game. Paris Mason draws her second foul of the ball game. As you mentioned, coming off that on-ball screen. How'd you see it, Lindsay?
Yeah, she's setting that screen and sliding out. They're finding her early, and she's doing a great job getting to 2 feet in the paint there. Again, looks a little bit winded there with the intensity that she's been coming out with the last 2-3 minutes here.
Well, Paris Mason has played 2 games in the Rapid League up to this point.
Multi-sport athlete, very talented, very talented.
And that's hits the free throw there, 1 out of 2, which is about where she is on the season, 47% during the Rapid League so far. And Nesbitt with the roll inside with the bucket.
Yeah, great finish. Little miscommunication there from the Queens. Easy 2 inside.
Kenny up high, finds Truesdale with a transition game. And Sobonga lets it fly from deep, can't find it.
They hit some really good looks, the Queens. 2-3 threes that are relatively wide open, no one touching the basketball. Just got to knock them in.
Olivia O'Neill comes off the screen, lets it fly, and a big rebound from Mason to get possession back for the Queens.
Yeah, great rebound.
Take a look as the Queens bring it up. Sopaga finding Truesdale on the perimeter.
Look like they're kind of playing out of that breakers type action there, Case.
The length into Paris Mason, who draws another foul, and she is inflicting her will on this ball game physically, just finding the contact, getting the whistles, and putting her team into the bonus pretty shortly.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, Case. 14 fouls in these games to get into the bonus.
14,
is that right?
That is correct. 14 fouls. You're shooting after that one. Foul out on 4 as well.
Little Iverson cut there.
Shot clock rolling down. Sobonga lets it fly and finds the twine from deep.
Yeah, a little bit more lift on that one. Straight line again, great looking shot. Put them up 2, hit it into the last 20 seconds here of the first.
Just into Beckley, gets the reversal. Olivia O'Neill into Nesbitt in the post. They're looking for that high-low. Finds Beckley down low, uses the strength for the finish off the glass.
Oh, great ducking in front of Paris Mason there with a little, drop step left hand. Really high-level play, obviously, from a high-level player.
And the Queens push the pace in transition to finish the quarter, but cannot find the distance. The turnover finishes things, and we have a 6-6 tie. Take another look at that high-low action for Beckley down low.
Yeah, Case, a little bit of a veteran play there, that little duck in over the younger player, physical. Great lift, man, great finish.
I really enjoyed watching Jacinta Beckley play last season. She plays with a great amount of physicality, and you see there how she just does a nice job of setting herself up down low, making a nice target, and letting her teammates find her.
Yeah, low, wide base, nice little setup with the fake and the ducking. Another thing that's really cool to see about this league, Casey, is the way that the older players and some of the imports, some of them really high level that have played overseas on the sidelines here, sharing their knowledge and being a part of this. They're connected and they're buying into this, which is big time for the development of these young players. It helps so much.
Yeah, I'm waiting. We're really going to see the foundation of that build over this next 2, 3, 4 seasons. As there's 16, 17-year-old girls on these teams who are learning how to become professionals and getting a taste of what that high-level basketball is like, not just playing in the Tauihi, but what it's going to be like when they go to those next levels. And speaking of the next level, talk about a large cheese pizza. Online code only. That's basket. Use that QR code valid until next Monday. But there is not a better deal for a large cheese from Sal's than that one right there. Get into it.
That looks good right there, Case.
Start of the second quarter, and the instant whistle as Jacinta Beckley gets herself involved in the contact once again. An early whistle for the ball guy as the Queens will reset defensively and try and keep their hands out of the cookie jar.
Yeah, 3 turnovers in that first quarter for the Queens. Pouākai managed to hold on to the ball. That's probably been the big difference right now.
Sobonga with excellent defensive instincts there in the lanes, getting a hand active, taking away those easy looks. As the Pouākai try and run some sideline out of bounds action, but not getting a lot of penetration. Shot clock running down. Do they have time? And the step through unsuccessful.
Eva Langton out there, Case.
Ivy Brown, I believe, on that one. And now Sobonga in transition. The hesitation and then the kiss off the glass.
Great take. I believe she's got her younger sister Naomi over there as well. Really cool when you see, siblings playing on the same team, so talented.
Olivia O'Neill sets things up. A little hesitation dribble as ball comes back to Ivy Brown outside. The deep shot from Jacinta Beckley took the contact, no whistle, but gets the drain.
Yeah, big hit. She's looking really comfortable coming back. Obviously been playing at a pretty high clip already, slipping right back in there. Seeing a lot of dribble handoff actions right now, which is interesting.
Paris Mason comes back pushing the pace, but a little bit too fast as they find the turnover with 2:59 left here in the second quarter. As a substitution for the Pouākai as Basa Nesbitt comes back into the game. And she looking for a dribble handoff early in this one to initiate offense. A lot of activity there from Kenny in defensive response.
It's such a quick game, Case. Looks like most teams go 5-6 deep, you know, rotate them through quick. There's another hit right there.
Jumper drops as the Queens now down 3, looking for an answer on this end as Kenny finds it from deep, just a little bit short.
Yeah, that 5-out spacing. 2023, both teams really comfortable shooting from the perimeter, a lot of threes.
Nice drive on the baseline, but Paris Mason defensively active in the lanes and pushing the pace on the break once again as Tokomanawa resets. Sopalonga wants to line things up with the Trousdale screen on the on-ball on the left side. Nice entry pass. Trousdale with the fadeaway and the make.
There's that nice little slip again from the big, and Nativa's doing a great job of sliding that right through the gap and putting it on point. They're getting to 2 feet and finishing. Easy basket.
Foul called before they were tied up for the jump ball action. As everybody hits the deck, 1:54 to go, a 1-point lead for the Pouākai. Take another look at the drive in. There's the contact, gets a little bit on the arm. And, bevy of substitutions for both teams as Mason and Kenny go to the bench for the Queens.
Yeah, well-earned rest for them, both of them impacting the game early on the first 5-6 minutes.
Find it interesting how these coaches work out, especially for players who are going to be playing in the Tauihi later. How many minutes are too many? How's it going to work? Want them to stay hot as well. The deep ball comes off, does not drop for Beckley there.
Yeah, I would assume today probably a slightly easier job for Coach Tupu, Case, you know, with a little bit more depth and playing at home and the way that she can rotate her players. Pouākai a little bit banged up with a lot of injuries and various things going on. So it'll be interesting to see how they manage that, especially with Jacinta.
Millie Knight gets the ball in transition. Beckley again with the drive. Nice step through. Can't get the range. The fight for the rebound stays with the Queens after the drive.
And obviously, Case, you know, with a point up for the win, it's so important, again, you know, to take these things into consideration in the way that we're going for wins and how we're going to rotate our players.
And I think really important for this Pouākai team who was down to some quality talent in the Tauihi. They got to get this win to keep that Rapid League win streak going. Still have not lost in the Rapid League this season, the Pouākai.
There's Sapawanga trying to get it through to her sister there.
They love to see siblings play together. They normally have such a great understanding.
You know, if I'm correct, quite a few of these girls, again, are local and came through high school together and whatnot. So you can tell that they've got a pretty good chemistry in the way that they play out there and kind of understanding naturally and organically where their player's going to move to when they make certain movements.
Hunter with the drive.
Great lift. Easy blow by
Lativa. Latava Wuti there with the drive, finding the space. On the weak side, Millie Knight with the handoff. Beckley using her strength once again to get to the cup and get the finish.
Yeah, just bulldozes through. Great finish. Easy finish. Finishing through contact and the smile.
Wuti starting things off for the Queens on the other side. Mason is checked back in on the on-ball and looking high-low, but Sapawanga with the drive, another make for the Queens as they take the lead by 1.
Yeah, second time in a row, Case. That's a tough one when they just square you up and straight line blow by 1-2 dribbles and get a layup. Pouākai would like to have that one back, I think.
Well, just 12 seconds left in the quarter. Olivia O'Neill looking to run the offense. Basa Nesbitt on the weak side. High-low action. What's Millie Knight going to do with the clock running down? Spin move, step through. Can't find the net.
Great defense by Grace Hunter there to stay down and contest without fouling to end the quarter.
Well, this is the abbreviated halftime of just 2 minutes here as we've seen an action-packed first half that has stayed extremely close, 14-13. Tokomanawa Queens with the lead right now, and They have done a lot of their damage from inside the arc, where they are 5 for 6 shooting the basketball, just 1 for 7 from deep. The Pouākai struggling from deep as well, just 1 for 5 there, but 4 for 9 from inside the arc to find there.
Yeah, Te Aroha Sapuanga with 7 right there leading the way for the Queen, so she had a really good start to the half. 9 for Jacinta Beckley, so welcome back, Case. Quality player right there.
Well, that is the strategy with which these coaches have to work, and of course, this week, the Tauihi is supporting the 17,680 Nights of July for the Women's Refuge. And why is it 17,680? Well, because that's how many nights of safe, secure accommodation women and children escaping family violence will need just this month. Get behind this great cause by booking a safe night on behalf of a woman in need. For just $20, you can help provide a safe place to sleep, eat hot meals, find 24/7 support. You can gift a safe night today at nightsofjuly.co.nz. And the Tauihi, the Sky Broadband Rapid League, are proud to show our support for this initiative that finishes at the end of July.
Yeah, if you have the ability to get out and support our wahine that need help and add a little bit to that kaupapa.
Well, the quick turnaround, Tanya Tupu talking to her squad, letting her know how they can improve on this 1-point lead. I think they'd love to push that with pace, but they weren't taking great care of that basketball in that first half. 4 turnovers to 1, just 1 for the Pouākai. And all in all, it didn't end up too bad for the Tokomanawa Queens, because the Pouākai ended up with just 1 extra shot than they did, but they have to do a better job of taking care of the basketball here in the second half if they want to break the perfect start to the Rapid League season of the Sal's, Mainland Pouākai. Harris Mason up high, taking off the dribble, a little hand-off action as they look for the isolation on ball up top. Truesdale sets it up. Paris Mason on the baseline. Rosie Trousdale gets the catch down low. Bit of contact. Does she get the roll? She does not, but she will head to the TAB for 2 attempts there.
Yeah, and right now the Queens is doing a great job again of getting penetration, getting 2 feet in the paint, you know, and making the right read. Starting to chip into this right now. If they can look after the ball and stay on the boards, they're looking in pretty good shape.
Able to hit the first and stretch it to a 2-point lead, doubles it up, 5 for 6 from the arc. The Queens still are, as Josie Trousdale finds a second to stretch it out to a 3-point lead. And the Pouākai coming back with speed. Love the pass into Nesbitt. Millie Knight outside, doesn't let it fly. She does eventually, but can't find the measure. Nice rebound, Paris Mason.
Yeah, great pace there by the Pouākai, just stepping up the pace a little bit.
Sobanga with the hesitation and the kiss again. A mirror of the move she made in the first half from the left side as well.
Exactly the same, 2 hard dribbles to the left, coming back over her right shoulder to finish high off the glass and strong. Great take.
A nice move there by Jacinta Beckley, finding her way inside and drawing the whistle once again. As mentioned, 9 points in the first half for Beckley, really taking control of this ball game. Gets another whistle there, and 2 attempts from the TAB to try and keep the Pouākai close in this one.
You're seeing a lot of great penetration right now, which offensively is great. I guess defensively we'll be working on guarding our yard a little bit more in the next little bit as we come to the end of this.
Beckley knocks them both down to remain the leading scorer in the ball game. 11 points now of the Pouākai 15. The Queens have started to work a little bit more inside here in the second half. Trousdale with the ball in the post, taking her time. Sizes up Nesbitt with the fadeaway, drops it.
Yeah, happy to go into Josie there and take her time operating. You know, she's been doing this for a minute now against some of the youth, so great finish.
Nesbitt with the penetration. Beckley again on the drive, finds her teammate out far. And that doesn't drop, but it does eventually.
It's Ivy Brown. She followed that up with the left-hand finish. Way to stay with your shot.
One player, Ivy Brown, is
more penetration there by Latava. Again, getting into the paint, getting into the smile, extending and finishing with her left.
a powerful move to finish. Tava Kenny
You love the way that when you're watching in the Tauihi, they get to the lane, they play off 2 feet, you know, balanced, and they're able to finish with both hands. You know, very valuable, obviously, at this level, being able to do that. See Coach Tupu there, Case. I don't know if you remember, high-level player in her own right for a very long time back in the day. Very lucky to have her knowledge over there on the sideline, the Queens.
And did a great job of leading them the first time around. 6-point lead for Tokomanawa now. As Olivia Neal comes off the on-ball, passive defense, not extending that pressure as much as they had at times, staying inside that 3-point line and forcing the Pouākai to look for a deep contested shot. Nice cut there by Basa Nesbitt. Can't find the range, but Kenny gets the rebound to start pushing in transition.
Yeah, and in the couple of games I've seen of the Queens, they like to play with pace, so, you know, sticking to the script there. And again, like you said, Case, quite comfortable getting it to Josie there in the paint to operate and make decisions. Seems to be working out, drawing them some fouls right now. Some easy baskets.
Tosses it into Trousdale, foul on Beckley from behind. Kenny inbounds to Paris Mason. Again into the pace. Langton gets hammered by Olivia Neal, who instantly went to the foul instead of giving up that height advantage in the mid-post. Ball back on the baseline.
And Pouākai just giving up, you know, 3-4 easy kind of duck-ins there, Case, and they're just shooting it straight down the chute into the post. They probably want to see two and get a little check earlier or a bump earlier so that the Queens can't get catches so deep in the paint. Great find off the baseline right there.
Do we see the no-look?
The old corner no-look for the 3. There's Grace Hunter. That's what she does.
On the top of Kenny, finds her in the corner. Grace Hunter drops it with ease. Back on this side, Ivy Brown with the drive. Can't find it. Grace Hunter about to push the pace the other way. The long kick ahead. Intercepted by Jacinta Beckley. Back and forth we go. Another steal from behind. Paris Mason with the hustle. Will anyone slow the pace so I can stop talking? Paris Mason to the hole.
With her energy.
Well, nice drive there. Goes unrewarded as the Pouākai down 9, looking to increase the pace to make sure they can stay close before the end of this quarter. Olivia O'Neal all the way. Can't find the range, but Beckley has a chance for the putback. Drops it.
There she is again. Solid, on balance, little shot fake, lay it in, easy, light work. That's 13, I believe, right now.
And 19 points to 26, the Queens lead. Need some defensive answers to the Pouākai. Anything straight to the hole, doesn't get the first one, gets fouled on the, no foul called, going the other way. Great defense, Olivia O'Neal.
No foul in 13 of their 19, Case. Pouākai pretty happy to have Jacinta Beckley back this evening. She's still out there rocking right now. Great find, one more. 2 feet. Gonna get to the line and shoot 2.
Ivy Brown there gets it outside and puts the ball on the deck forward penetration to the left hand. We take another look at Langton. The miss there, just can't find it. And Olivia O'Neal does a nice job of coming up, staying attached to the basketball and not the body.
Yeah, great take there. Unlucky to finish in it. Just kind of one of those soft rim outs, Case, that you get. Tough one. Normally nice rings at Rauparaha.
As we take a look at Ivy Brown, 9 minutes and plus in this one. 4 points, 2 rebounds so far, an assist. Doesn't find the first from the TAB. Those free throws all important. With 32 seconds left in the quarter, got to find a way to get yourself back into this ball game.
2-position game. Nice free throws. Grace Hunter bringing it up. 30 seconds left in the third right here, Case.
And they want to use as much of this clock as possible, so the Pouākai don't have too much time on the return, but Langton instead lets it fly early. That is not the strategy she had in mind.
I have a little bit of that with my Auckland Grammar crew every now and then. I think we're on the same page, but you know, these things happen in the game of basketball, Case. Players out there playing, they make the decisions.
Nice defense there by Sobonga, Naomi Sobonga. That time, just 10 seconds left on the shot clock. And the Pouākai can't find any space whatsoever. Clock running down. Can they get a shot off?
Great D by the Queens right there to limit that shot and make them get a force one up at the end of the quarter. 2-position game at the end of the third.
Well, your first taste of Rapid League action as a caller this year, Lindsay. 26-22 the Queens. You're seeing some high efficiency from inside the three-point arc, less so from deep, but what have been your takeaways so far?
Again, overall, Case, I just think it's a really cool idea what they're doing with the league right now. Giving these young athletes and you know, the women that don't get to play huge minutes, they get a chance to showcase and to develop their skills, as well with your coaches that you're bringing through. And then for most of the game, you've got your older players on the sideline as well, giving their knowledge and teaching, and you can catch a little bit of rhythm, you know what I mean, if you're in that 6 through 8 position. Obviously right now, we've seen Jacinta come back for Pouākai and establish herself early on, and the Queens are pretty balanced right now, 26 points, and what do we play, 12 minutes of hoops right now? Not a bad clip. If they can look after the ball and continue to rebound, they're probably going to edge this one out and get them a point.
You look at the efficiency with which these teams are playing, it's pretty good. The Queens shooting 47% from the field through 3 quarters. The Pouākai,
66 from 2.
Yeah, the Pouākai not quite as good, just 31%, but they've been able to stay close by getting both to the free throw line and taking advantage of those shots when they needed them most. Just down to 2 buckets as we start the 4th quarter. 4 minutes to go in this one. As Olivia O'Neill comes off a Boston Nesbitt screen to initiate action. Ivy Brown on the weak side with Millie Knight. And it looked like the 2 Pouākai players may have run into each other there, but a foul is called.
And again, in case you see them, both teams kind of playing out of that breakers type action where they get into these dribble handoffs on the wing.
And the second time through, we see the push from Sobonga there. May have
different angle.
May have initiated that contact there with the 2-on push, but I like the physicality. Do not let these players get into their offenses. You see Grace Hunter defending.
Yeah, we'll see if the Pouākai turn up the heat a little bit here defensively to bridge this gap with 3-4 minutes left in the game. Only a 2-position game though, plenty of time.
Knight penetrates to the pelt, finds Ivy Brown on the kick out, who tries to get in but can't retain possession as the shot clock was running out on her. Nice solid defense by the Tokomanawa Queens.
Yeah, and that's 2 in a row, I believe, Case. 1 to finish the quarter and 1 to start right here, where they've got really good contests or shot clock violations, so they'll be happy with that. Headed into the 4th, starting the 4th, sorry.
Hunter initiating offense for the Queens, swings to Langton, and they are being a little bit more choosy with where they're going for the basketball. Still trying to toss it into the post. Sobonga on the reversal, can't find the range, but Josie Trousdale on the return also misses.
Yeah, still making a big impact in there, Josie, on the O-boards and getting those catches.
Olivia O'Neill gets it from Beckley and then swings it over to Maddie Morrow, who drains it on the wing.
There was a slight miscommunication there by Sapuanga and Grace Hunter, and Morrow just popped her feet right there and knocked it in, making it a 1-possession game coming down here under 3 minutes left, Case.
Well, they're shooting just 30%, but their second 3 of the ball game is able to get close. Sobonga doesn't get the roll on the drive, and Olivia O'Neill is pushing the pace in response for the Pouākai.
Sapuanga, great job of getting her feet in the paint again there, just rimmed out. O-boards again, Case, for the Pouākai, keeping the minute.
Maddie Morrow does nicely to get her nose in there, find one. Jacinta Beckley finds the range from deep, doesn't get it. Great box out.
Great box out.
And Naomi Sobonga. And in response, what a steal there by Ivy Brown.
A tough pass, way to be on for Ivy Brown, and she draws the foul. She'll go to the line to shoot 2 here with 2:15 left on the clock in the 4th, Case.
Well, that's a timely steal there. Let's get a cleaner look at it here. She just reads the eyes.
And it's just those little turnovers. I know they drive coaches crazy. I know we've been a victim of throwing a few of those over our years, Case, you know, so it's hard to speak on it, but sometimes it's when you get those 50-50s, you just take the air out and you're coming down and trying to make it a 2-position game instead of them going to the line and basically getting within 1.
Big free throws here for Ivy Brown. Hits the first. If she hits the second, it's a 1-point game with 2:15 to go, and they have worked their way back into it by forcing those turnovers. The Queens, just a few too many of those. As you mentioned, the 50-50 pass not going their way. Now they have to find a response offensively as the pressure is on. Paris Mason not
trying to stay undefeated here in the Rapid League, Case. Pouākai.
Big play for them, still having a win in the Tauihi, but undefeated here. Sobonga with the step back. Can't find the space, but Trousdale underneath, and we have a foul on the shot. And that's Latava Kenny. Looks like it was fouled there.
Second foul no, sorry, first foul for the quarter by the looks of things.
But a shooting foul. So she's got the space, goes to the TAB, hits the first. Kenny can't find that one. So doesn't stretch out the lead, and the Pouākai still sitting pretty. The one possession game. Get the rebound, missed two. So no change in score. Olivia O'Neill initiating things on this side.
So overlooked, brother, but them free throws can win you games, they can lose you games. So easy.
Maddie Morrow lets it fly again, doesn't find the range, but the offensive rebound for Jacinta Beckley.
Man, and normally, again, Paris is normally the energy for them, but just slid through there, Jacinta. She continues to chip away. 15 right now of their 27 points and 16-minute game.
On 6 for 9 from the field at that. Paris Mason trying to find a way to get back into things. Soponga on the wing, not a lot of penetration. Kenny has the ball in hand, gets to the hole, and is able to get the kiss off the glass.
Oh, you were right, Case. They looked like they'd stagnated, a little bit of fatigue, and then just switched on them, switched gears and got an easy one. It was a tough one to give away there. Great cut, great find.
Oh, excellent move there. Olivia O'Neill stranded, but Jacinta Beckley cuts off her, gets a catch, and now she's up to 17, 7 for 10 from the field, putting together a ball game.
Yeah, what a start. Welcome back.
Grace Hunter comes off the on ball. The Queens down one under a minute. Kenny lets it fly, doesn't find it, but Soponga with the offensive rebound and is able to keep it. That might be a kick, and that is what the whistle is for.
She played at that with her foot, Case?
Looked like it might have.
Okay. I'm not trying to be that guy in question. I'm just trying to. That's the rule, right? You have to play it.
That is the rule. I think sometimes when it looks like an awkward kick anyway, then maybe just give it to. But she didn't seem to have a lot of argument in that whistle. So now the Pouākai a chance to put a little distance with the 1-point lead. Ball in the hands of Jacinta Beckley, but back around. Boston Nesbitt goes high-low. Beckley goes to work. Throws it up, can't find it. And a fight for the rebound. Whistle goes against the Pouākai.
Great stop for the Queens there, you know. Pretty good action from the Pouākai to get it to who they want to, where they want to. She had a little double, triple team there and kind of got a decent look up, but they managed to get the stop that they needed to basically get the last position here to win the game if they want it, Case.
Well, we have a Sky City player timeout here, I believe, so they're going to discuss things now. In timeouts, coaches do not get involved, so it's the equivalent of the Sky City player timeout in the Tauihi, but just a regular timeout here in Rapid. No coaches involved, but there you see it. Ticket to the big game. Get your phones out, use that QR code. We've got thousands of tickets to give away to Tauihi games this year. Just register on the website and get yourself and your community group to a game this season.
And another cool little initiative there, Case, you know, empowering the players, you know, to do what they do in a lot of the big leagues around the world and call a timeout and make a play.
We're going to be just 14 seconds on the shot clock now that they have it in the front court, so a bit of discrepancy. Going to have to find some quick penetration. This one as Kenny finds Soponga outside. She tests things with the penetration dribble. Paris Mason finds the lane and the whistle with that cut there, Lindsay Tate.
Yeah, great penetration by Soponga to the baseline, and Pouākai just kind of lost vision for a split second there, and Paris made that front cut. She's going to get to the line here. Big couple free throws.
Well, her energy was huge early, and it's coming to the forefront late. 11.9 left. Shooting just 47.9% from the free throw stripe.
That shot looked good, though. She shot that thing. Hopefully she can knock this one in here, give them a chance to tie it up. 11 seconds on the clock.
Takes it, lines it up. Does she get the bounce? She does not. Timeout to the Pouākai. So they're going to bring that ball up to the front court. Paris Mason leaves. 2 points on the board, down one, but not over yet. They've got a chance to try and get a steal on the inbounds pass as we have our second consecutive Sky City player timeout. Get your tickets to the big game. Still, QR code's still up there, so still got a chance. Still use it, but what's your strategy here, Lindsay, if you're the Pouākai up one with 11 seconds to go?
I think I'm with the Queens right now. I'm fouling straight away because by the looks of things, they need another foul anyway to get into the bonus. So we'll start right there. And then I guess you're having discussions about, I'm fouling, bruv. I'm fouling. I'm making them go to the free throw line.
Oh, does it get turned over? It does not. Josie Traslow gets the foul in the corner. Is that an offensive foul? They're going to discuss things.
Looks like they're tossing up between a travel and a foul.
I did not see if it was travel is called.
Oh, that did look like a travel case. It looked like
nice.
She shuffled her pivot foot there a little bit.
Nice work by the officiating crew to get the call. 7.8 seconds left. They need a bucket. Paris Mason dribbling down. Who's she going to find? It's Latafa Kenny. Josie Trouser lets it fly, but it's too late. It will not count, and that is a 1-point Rapid League win for the Pouākai.
Yeah, great win for the Pouākai there. Way to grit it out on the road. And Jacinta Beckley, welcome back. 17 points out of 29 in 16 minutes. The Queens, I'm sure in that last position there, they'll probably want that one back. Case a little bit unorganized, but you know, again, with these young athletes right here, they'll go away and watch this tape, and this is all a learning experience, something to get better for as you head into the big league.
Well, look at the smiles on the face of the Pouākai there. They've got a huge victory to get themselves off to a great start on this road trip, guaranteed at least 1 point, stay undefeated in the Rapid League, thanks in large part to Jacinta Beckley leading the way off the bench with 17 points. Despite a nice effort in response from the Queens, it was too much Beckley, too much of the time.
Yeah, and we see Miss Carr there, really looking forward to watching these imports rock this evening from the Queens. They can really play.
And coming up at 7:30, we will be back on with the Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa as the Tokomanawa Queens take on the Mainland Pouākai. With Rapid League game is complete. The Pouākai with the 1 point lead there. What will happen in Tauihi? We're just moments away from that.
Fans, I'd like to send a further shout out to Ansco Foods. This year's amazing pronoun naming rights partner, bringing you nutrition and good health from New Zealand's finest beef and lamb. TNB, all rise for the Queens. Centerport, the port of choice for Central NZ. Let's go places with Toyota. Basketball, supporting Kiwi businesses for more than 30 years. Minor 10 Mega Patani Porirua, Rauparaha, DIY. Gurus at the heart of their communities. Shout out to y'all, take Jimmy Boy. If you need to go for a party break, get yourselves in. And very soon, in 23 minutes, the game will be starting between the Queen Tauihi team and the Pouākai Tauihi team as well. Shout out to the top Hora Advisory, Go Media, Liz Mills, Rantuki, Kahui Legal, Packet St. Loa, Hanarapaha, Garage Project, Endeavor and Villa Maria, Almighty, Horizon International, Straightforward Building, Skyboard Brand, GJ Gardner, South Pizza, Sky Sport, Basketball, and Courtney Moulton, New Balance, Online, Sky City, Sky It's going to be a character of a game. Nice game. In 2 minutes. Let's go.
No escape when I shake it in your face. Now don't you want to take a booty shaking on your face? Show it to your boys to see the look on their face.
Okay, friends, I have a question. Does anyone remember how to pop, or bop? Sort of, the electric wave. I mean, trying to think of things like, what's something that we can do? Actually, let's try a Queen's wave. Okay? It's like this. How's that? That's not that funny, mate. But hey, let's just try it. Let's just try it here. Queen's wave. Queen's wave. Everyone. Queen's wave. Everybody give us a, not like this with a hand, it's something like this. Yes, Queen's wave, Queen's wave. That's not bad, that's like Queen. But I was at a FIFA game the other day, and they had a Mexican wave. And I was like, that's pretty cool. What type of wave could we have? Give me some ideas of what type of wave we can have. A slay queen wave. And so how does a slay queen wave look? Oh, shivers. Can you just like come and like, can you come? Okay, so how do you slay queen wave? Oh, shivers. Sorry. Okay, oh, you're gonna flick it. Just flick it. I think you're gonna like. Okay, so everyone who's confident to do that. no, I'll be honest, it's like, what's something? Hold on. We're trying to do things that, we do all together, right? So can we do one of those, can you just like one of those, can you show us one of those slay queen waves again? Everybody, watch this. We're all gonna try a slay queen wave. Okay, are you ready? Okay, after she does it, we're gonna expect everyone to do that. Most people go, hell no. But this is different, you know why? Because we are a basketball community that are one. You're like, true. Okay, so Fano, on that side, everyone on this side, give me a slay queen wave after you go, and 1 and 2 and 3 and... Sorry, that was a bad joke. Okay, are you ready? Okay, give us a slay queen wave. I don't know, you gotta be super like coordinated for that one. But let's try that again. Okay, everybody, you're like, really? No, we're really gonna give it a go. Okay, everyone, get your hand ready. Where does your hand start? Over here? And then you just flick it to the right. Okay, flick it to the right. So start on your right hand side. Right hand, I know everyone's going, oh mate, I'm not sure about this. I'm not sure about this as well, but we're gonna give it a go. Okay, everyone, we're gonna say queen wave on the right hand side. Ready, go! so everybody on the count of 3, Slay Queen wave. 1, 2, 3. I like it. Thank you very, very much for that. Okay, cool. So, who is confident in a Slay Queen wave? The youngsters are very, very, very. I've got 2 t-shirts that I would like to give. Can you come here, Bob? And we are going to pick the best Slay Queen wave that we've seen tonight. Okay, everybody, if you want to be in the competition, you have to stand up. Okay, so, is everybody ready? We're going to Slay Queen wave. It starts down the right and then you flick it to the right. Okay, I love it. Shout out to your teacher on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, Slay King wave. Oh, shivers, did you see any good? Okay, we're gonna do it once again because you guys all look so good. 1, 2, 3, Slay Queen wave. Yo, this is so difficult. Now, come to me and we'll have a look, because you have a look over that side. Okay, on the count of 3, because I'll look over this side, you look over that side, I'll look over that side. You look over that side, you look over that side, Bob. You go over that side. Okay, Tokomanawa Queens fans, on the count of 3, Slay Queen wave. 1, 2, 3. Shivers. 1, 2, 3. That's so hard because there's so many people doing it at the same time. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Did you pick anyone? Did you pick someone? Okay, cool. Who did you pick? The gentleman right there. Oh, give him a t-shirt. Did you see anyone on your side? There you go give him a t-shirt, brother. Okay, so remember, so how are we going to count it out when I say 1, 2, 3, you got a Slay Queen wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, good, not bad. So fun. Thank you to you 2 ladies for the Slay Queen wave, that's great. I've been trying to figure it out too. Where's my Queens fans at? How are we going to say tip your crown? That's not bad. I like that. Tip your crown. How can we do an action for tip your crown? That's sort of like, oh, my appetite. No, let's try it. Can anyone give me a good tip your crown sort of action? Tip your crown. Show me how to tip your crown. There's we can put the crown on, but how are you going to tip it? Tip the crown. Anyone show me how to tip the crown? I haven't seen a good one that I like. How about that? What do you reckon? Hold up. How about this one? Yeah? It's like, I've seen some good, so can you do that one there, Bob? That one there, just like this, please. Oh, that's sort of like that sort of thing. I'm just saying, where's my Queens fans at? And you're gonna go tip your crown. And how are we gonna do the tip your crown? There's some good ones. There's some real great ones. I like the one. But I'm trying to find the one where you go, yeah. See, that guy was gonna rip his neck off. That wasn't the one. I'm trying to find a real good one. Tip your crown. How are we gonna do it? Tip your crown. Like that. Should we do it like yeah, so the kids have got some really good ideas, which is great. I haven't seen the one that I go on. Oh, here, okay, how about this one? Crowns on your head. Shoot it. Hey, tip your crown, hey, there you go. So, when I say, where my Queens fans at? You're gonna go. So got the crown on. Gonna shoot the bucket. Where my Queens fans at? Okay, and can we say tip your crown at the same time, or is that too hard? Too hard? Where's my Queens fans at? Okay, cool, I like that. Okay, so once again, follow Tokomanawa Queens. Hold on. So follow, this is the game where we need each and every one to make some noise. You're like, he's very persistent, that guy. Very persistent. Yes, I am, because I want to unify us under this one roof. When I say, Tokomanawa Queens! great. So, when I say defense, 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 defense. Okay, cool. Now, only about a quarter of you actually stamping or clapping. So, everybody over this side, let's see those hands clap, okay? Okay. Defense. Okay, I like it. Okay, final. So, we're ready? Where my Queens fans at? I like it. So, fans, starting five. Let me introduce the starting five for the Mainland Pouākai, all the way down from the Mainland Canterbury. Please put your hands together for number 0, Jasmine Dickey. The captain for this team, number 6, Lauren Hippolyte. And number 20, Kendall Hiramaya. Number 11, Sean Robati. Number 2, Natasha Mack. And those are your starting 5 for the Mainland Pouākai. And fans, can you please put your hands together for the starting 5 of the Tokomanawa Queens. Number 15, Maya Dodson from Georgia. Number 5, Stephanie Watts from Charlotte, North Carolina. Number 3, Chris Lynn Carr from Iowa. And number 10, the captain of the Tauihi League from the Queens, Tegan Graham from Wellington. And number 23, Paris Lokotui, also from Wellington. Those are your starting 5s. Please put your hands together for the starting 5s of both teams. Where my Queens fans at? I like it. You're listening.
Welcome to Saturday Night Hoops of G.J. Gardner Homes Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa as we go to Porirua and Rauparaha Arena for tonight's fixture of the Tokomanawa Queens against the Mainland Recruitment Network Pouākai. In Porirua, this is Casey Frank. On my left is Lindsay Tate, and we're here to call a Tauihi game this evening between the second on the table Tokomanawa Queens against the Mainland Pouākai. Welcome, Lindsay Tate.
Kia ora, Casey. Appreciate you having me, brother. Really looking forward to this round 3 game in the Tauihi between the Tokomanawa Queens and Pouākai from Mainland.
And of course, we just finished the Rapid Lean game with the Mainland Pouākai. Remain unbeaten, 4 games, 4 wins. That's the only points they have on the table. Haven't won in Tauihi yet. The Tokomanawa Queens have come off a big win early in the week where their pace really showed their class, sitting second on the table behind the Southern Hoiho, the Northern Kahu at 2-2, and the Phi at the bottom of the table. 1 win, but none in the Rapid League. As we take a look at the schedule upcoming from here tomorrow, round 3 finishes with the Southern Hoiho hosting the Northern Kahu in the Edgar Center in Dunedin. And next round 4, tipped off on August 1st, Tuesday night at the Edgar Center once again as the Hoiho host the Tokomanawa Queens. Finishing on Wednesday, the Northern Kahu will take on the Mainland Pouākai at Mackay Stadium in Whangarei.
Yeah, big game on Sunday, Case, between the Hoiho and the Kahu. Looking forward to that one down in Dunedin.
It's going to be a big one tomorrow, but first let's get to the starting lineups for the Recruitment Network Mainland Pouākai. We've got Jasmine Dickey, Tasha Mack, Lauren Hippolyte, Shani Ribati, and Kendall Hiramaya. Josh Thompson is out coaching the Lincoln University 3x3 team today, so your coach is Cam Wilson, and he caught up with us just briefly before.
All right, so hey Cam, so a tough start to the season has seen buckets tough to come by down the stretch. How can the Pouākai find greater efficiency down the offensive stretch?
Yeah, I think definitely adding a few pieces into the team throughout the season has meant we've had some growing pains with that. It's not something we didn't expect to happen, but now we've finally got everyone on board, everyone's starting to understand what we're doing. I think from now on we're really going to see some positive steps coming forward down the stretch.
Awesome. All right. So the Queens put pressure on teams in their transition game. How can you limit their efficiency in this area in tonight's matchup?
I think it's just being calm and composed. Like we're not the first time we've had to deal with pressure. We've done it before. We know how to do it, but it's just making sure that we don't let that kind of get to us. Stay calm and composed, and we'll be able to execute it for sure.
All right, awesome. Well, best of luck. Cool. Thank you.
Well, thanks to Coach Cam Wilson making his debut for the Pouākai. We take a look at the starting lineup for the Tokomanawa Queens. Chrislyn Carr, Stephen Watts, Tegan Graham, Maya Dotson, and Paris Lokotui make up your starting five tonight. And Coach Tanya Tupu was kind enough to join us moments ago to let us know how she thought tonight was going to go.
Okay. So kia ora, Coach Tupu. So you pulled away down the stretch against the Whai in your first game this round. So do you think the pace that the Queens play with makes them tough to keep up with for full quarters?
Yep, we have. We've got a few players with big engines that are pretty quick. So yeah, it feels like we go really fast. It's how we control it and what we do with that pace. And if we can maintain it over that 4 quarters, it's an advantage.
Awesome. And the next thing is you control the defensive glass against the Whai to start those fast breaks with 52 rebounds. Can the Queens control the glass in the same way against the rebounding attack of the Pouākai?
We need to clean up the glass in order to ignite our transo. So if we can get better at boxing out and getting rebounds, we're in a good place. We were exposed very early on against Hoiho that it was a weakness of ours, and we've just been working away at it. So hopefully we're better at it tonight.
Awesome. Well, best of luck for tonight's game.
Thanks to Coach Tanya Tupu for taking the time to discuss with us before this one. And it's been interesting. This Tokomanawa Queens side has some fantastic guard play in the import slot. Steph Watts, Chrislyn Carr, they can really put pressure on defenses to contain as we take a look at the stats. Lindsay.
Yeah, league leader right now in points scored, Chrislyn Carr case. Played a little bit of point guard and really excited to watch her get busy this evening. Saw her against the Kahu and just her demeanor, her poise, the way that she plays in the pocket, really high level, so exciting to watch. Shani Ropati on the other side, averaging 16 right now for the Pouākai. Tough start to the season, but hopefully adding Jacinta back this evening will help, as we saw earlier this evening.
Well, they're going to need some help as Ezra McGoldrick, you see their top rebounder, leading getter in the steals. Also averages 14+ points per game. She is out tonight with concussion. A lot of missing players for the Pouākai, as not only are they missing Ezra McGoldrick, we'll get to the other players later, but first a look at our coin officials for tonight. Melanie O'Connor, Harry Apes, and Amy Jo Clark will be blowing the whistles and keeping things in check in what is sure to be a fast-paced game between two teams.
Yeah, a lot of talk about pace from both coaches early on there. Obviously, Queens are looking at cleaning up their rebounding and continuing to push with pace. Mainland Pouākai have to deal with that pace. And obviously, Coach was talking about continuity and adding some new pieces throughout this process.
And always interesting to see how new coach adjusts to things as well. Cam Wilson does have a championship pedigree next to him, and assistant coach Judd Flavel there. He knows a thing or two about coaching, but giving the reins to Cam Wilson as the Queens take the court.
Yeah, Juddy just won one. Lucky enough to win one with Juddy, and you know it's tough sometimes as a young coach when you've got a coach like that over your shoulder. It's a blessing, but also there is a little bit of heat at times when the camera's on and you're writing on the board and there's a high-level coach over your shoulder.
I also appreciate you just bringing up quietly that Juddy won one with you. Forgetting to mention that it was my expense, but thanks, Lindsay. Good friend.
My fault, brother.
Here we see Steph Watts talking to the rest of her team. Steph Watts came in, played 2 games now for the Tokomanawa Queens, and she looks classy on the wing. A lot of pace out there, shooting ability as well. And it's going to be up to this Pouākai team to find a way, even though down some players, to defend this squad in transition in particular. I think that's where the game is going to come on the line.
For sure, transition, pace. Obviously down one of their imports right now, and the Queens have got 3 pretty formidable, you know, imports all the way through, from a guard to a wing to a big. So tough one tonight, but that's why we play the game, so we'll get after it.
You got to throw it up to see how it bounces. You never know till we get into it. We're about to tip things off here in GJ Gardner Homes, Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa Saturday Night Hoops. Let's go. Official Melanie O'Connor throws it up, and the Queens get possession off the tip. Instantly out on the break, Steph Watts has it on the baseline, reassesses things, and Kristlyn Carr will call the set, swing it around as Paris Lokotiki finds Maya Dotson at the free throw line. Nice as you like it from 15.
Yeah, easy one there, Case. Just a down pick, brought her straight up to the middle of the lane. She caught the ball, no real resistance, knocked it down from the free throw line. Great start there for Tokomanawa Queens.
And Kendall Jeremiah initiating offense, gives a little hesitation dribble. Nice pass out to the wing. Shani Rabati lets it fly, drops it from deep as the opener for the Pouākai.
Yeah, great pass from Kendall. Obviously, really good career at Fordham University. Baseline penetration. Shani found her spacing and knocked that thing in clean. Right back at you there from Stephanie Watts.
In response, Steph Watts shows her class, a little shimmy step, finds a space, and Kendall Jeremiah blows through to the wing. Her body goes up high as Dickey lets it fly, but can't find the net. Out of bounds, back to the Queens.
Yeah, it looked like Tegan Graham there was almost looking to ice or not let them use the screen there, and just got straight line penetration to the ring. They got lucky there.
Yeah, Kendall Jeremiah putting some good pressure on the opposition. Steph Watts with the crossover, finds some space on Lauren Hippolytus. Kristlyn Carr resets.
You see Kristlyn Carr there just kind of letting the game come to her, playing with that pace.
Steph Watts lets it fly again, can't find it. Lauren Hippolyte starts off the break. Jasmine Dickey to the cup, but gets tied up for the jump ball. Excellent defense, Steph Watts in transition.
Yeah, great hands there. Way to get two hands on the ball, and looks like she's forced a jump ball early on. Tie up.
Yeah, nice push in transition. Dickey tries to find it, but anticipatory hands, gets it out. On the wing we go. The Pouākai, Kendall Jeremiah on the wing. Finding Hippolyte, who wants to work down into the post to Tasha Mack. Step through unsuccessful, but the whistle blows again.
A nice little up and under move there. Tokomanawa looking like they're gonna apply a little bit of pressure. And again, just like to acknowledge that, you know, so the level of player and athlete that we're seeing coming through this league right now for these 5 teams is very high level for these wahine and young ones to be exposed to it. We're really lucky down here in Aotearoa.
Tasha Mack, just 20 minutes in her first game with the Pouākai. She's come a little bit late, but is able to find the free throw there from the TAB on number 2. Pouākai down 5-4 to the Queens as Carr initiates thing. And Steph Watts finding some space in transition. Maya Dotson from 18, a couple steps forward behind. Can't find the range this time. Kendall Jeremiah initiating the break. Lauren Hippolyte coming off that screen. Side-to-side action from the Pouākai as they start to look inside the post. Kendall Jeremiah lets it fly instead, but a little bit too strong.
Yeah, and both teams are similar to the Rapid League game, obviously with continuity. Look like they're playing out of these kind of breakers, semi-trans with dribble handoff type actions and getting the ball from one side of the court to the other. Just kind of feeling themselves out right now, Casey, like a boxing match early on.
And then it's all jabs so far as Carr comes off the Dotson screen, finds a space, uses her explosiveness to get the kiss off the glass. What an angle.
And that's where she's a problem, Case. When she gets into that middle on ball and plays downhill with all those floaters and runners high off the glass.
Love the response from the Pouākai though. A full court pass, finds her body underneath. 2 points in response. Paris Lokotui tries to set things up. Tegan Graham lets it fly, lets it drop from 3.
Oh, both teams are hitting at a high clip right now, Case. Came out firing.
Well, they're finding a lot of space. Kendall Jeremiah with the step through, can't get it up over. Just enough defense from Graham there. He's looking for a foul. Steph Watts pushing the pace as she does. Straight to the cup, gets the hoop, gets the harm, and off to the TAB for 3.
And that's Steph Watts, you know. She seems like she likes to push, she likes to play in pace. She's constantly putting pressure on the defense and getting to the line. By the looks of things, likes to go to her right, so you know they're going to have to make that adjustment if they can, the Pouākai, but easier said than done sometimes, Case.
It's always easier to talk about where to push a great player than to actually push that player there. She completes the 3-point play, and Tokomanawa Queens have doubled up the Pouākai early. And this pace already starting to take some effect as the steal nearly completed there. Rabadi lets it fly again, drops it again from the corner this time.
Oh, and Shani's come out on fire out now. She looks like she's in great shape and she's playing some great basketball. Early sub right now, Case, by the looks of things, for Natasha Mack, the big for Pouākai. So we'll have to keep an eye on her. She's on the bike over there, make sure everything's all good.
Lukatui with the dribble drive. Hits the 2 from about 12 feet and then transition again. Nice pass, Lauren Hippolyte, but unable to find it as Dickey. We're worried about the defensive dots in there. Look at the pace of Chrislyn Carr in transition.
Oh, and there's that push, Case. 2-3 dribbles, right-hand lay. Previous to that, both Paris Lukatui and Paris Mason, obviously previous, again with the energy and the defense, have had a great impact on this team early in the season.
Well, look at the pace with which they're playing. They are just pushing it on the Pouākai, who have to find some answers in transition. Timeout to the Pouākai because it is too much offense in one direction right now. Steph Watts with the push and then the respawn on the rebound.
Yeah, great call by Cam Wilson. They obviously need to stop the bleeding early on here, so gather the troops together and try and sort things out. Tempo looks like it's an issue right now for the Pouākai, as we alluded to early, so they're going to have to put a stop to this running right now on these fouls. When
you're 4 minutes in the game and a team is already starting to push the pace on you to this extent, what are some answers that you can go to in that transition game, especially if you're a little bit down in terms of personnel?
I think a lot of the time we concentrate on the simple aspect of transition, but if a big one is looking after the ball, right? If you're not turning the ball over and making live ball turnovers, if you're executing, if you're getting shots up that you know where your offensive rebounders are going to be, that's going to be a lot easier in dealing with the pace of a team that's already pushing off misses, as opposed to playing into their speed and firing quickly, especially, as you alluded to, Case, when we're undermanned right now.
And when you're undermanned, you might want to get that cheese pizza. Basket is the code, $25. You won't be undermanned for long because everybody will come to the front door. And we're checking back into things. 19-9 the lead, just 4 minutes gone here in the first quarter. As Kendall Hedemaya finds the space from deep after some passive defense at the top of the key.
Yeah, easy wing on ball. Looked like it was a little miscommunication there. Just took her time, lined it up, knocked it down to pull it within 7. Big hit there by Kendall.
Starting with Lukatui up high, goes to the handoff. Graham coming off, finds some room, lets it fly for the deep 2, doesn't find the net, and the Pouākai come the other way.
You can see the difference when they get into the action, when they do it with pace, and when they kind of play in third gear. They don't shift the defense as much.
The Pouākai struggling to get some penetration here until Kendall Hedemaya finds it from 17 feet, lets it fly. Steph Watts pushing the pace the other way.
And there, as Coach Tupu alluded to, you know, cleaning up their rebounding and being able to push off the ring. Turnover there, but Pouākai are not going to want to see that for the remainder of the game. Watts pushing it down the center of the court at pace.
Jasmine Dickey wants the mismatch down low. She's got Carr on her. She goes straight to the post and is rewarded against the mismatch.
Great pass and great read there. Just finding the seal and the lob over there for the easy 2. Way to stem the bleeding here from the Pouākai.
The Pouākai have extended the defense just a bit, not underneath the three-point line anymore. Chrislyn Carr showing the speed, gets penetration. Tegan Graham into the mid-range, gets the push shot, some contact, but no whistle.
Beautiful push up. Maybe could have been a little bit of contact on there, but great finish there by Graham in the paint.
Kendall Hedemaya lets it fly again, gets the measure, gets the net. She got to get a hand up on her soon.
Oh, she's looking really poised out there right now. The defense isn't touching the basketball, and she's just lining them up and letting it fly.
Excellent response out of the timeout by the Pouākai to cut it back to within 4. After initial offensive push, Lukatui right into the post, using the strength, finding the contact, getting the whistle with the speculative shot at best, but gets herself a trip to the TAB for 2 attempts.
And they went to the same play there to start the game that they got a shot for Dodson, but Lukatui held onto the ball and is headed to the free throw line now. There you see the replay of Kendall Hedemaya lining up that 3 and knocking it down. She's had a pretty hot start here. I think she's got 8, if I'm correct. 6.
Have those back-to-back triples, more or less, with a couple of plays in between. And
it's like Grace Hunter's checked in here, Case, to the game. A few subs coming through. 4 minutes left in the first.
And of course, some of these players had some time in the Rapid League game earlier, so if I played in that Rapid League game, I want to be checked in sooner rather than later. Get that blood moving again.
And the Tauihi, obviously, where you're trying to get to, push up if you're in the rapid lead and eat into these minutes. And Grace being from, you know, Porirua and the game being in Te Rauparaha, I'm sure she's excited to show out in front of her whānau.
How about the shooting of the Queens so far in this one? They are just finding the net with ease. 9 for 13 from the field, 69%. The Pouākai looking for a response. Jacinta Beckley checks in, sets the screen, gets the catch up high from Hedemaya, and space on the wing for Olivia O'Neill. Doesn't get the kiss off the glass. Carr in response in transition.
Yeah, and great D there by Paris Mason on Jacinta Beckley. She obviously seen her in the Rapid League game and made those adjustments to keep her chest in front on that play. Steph Watts again right at the ring and the smile.
Well, second chance opportunities. Dodson with the step through down low. Nice footwork. Gets the whistle, and 2-3 opportunities at that drive there. Too much in the end for the Pouākai.
Yeah, and Dodson, you know, high-level player again, really poised, balanced, gets in there a lot of rebounds, and I think as she continues to find her feet and the rhythm and how the referees call this game, as you'll understand, Kay, she's only going to continue to blossom in this league.
It's always a difficult task for front court players to come in and adjust to how the whistle comes through. As we take a look at the Queens bench, Tanya Tupu looking on, and Maya Dotson with the chance for the second free throw, drops that one. That's been a bit of a struggle for her from the free throw line this season. Coming into the game just 47.4% from the free throw stripe, so 1 for 2 about where she is at. Jasmine Dickey gets into the paint. Kendall Hedemaya from 3 again, just short on that one, but the second chance goes through for Jasmine.
Jasmine Dickey again, kind of a undersized combo guard by the looks of things right now. Getting in there and establishing herself in the paint.
She's got a mismatch down low with Dotson. They swing it to the weak side. Grace Hunter finds Paris Mason, who's checked in. And Dotson at the free throw line. Little jab step to the cup. Doesn't find it. Hedemaya with the board in traffic. And slowly pushing things on the other direction.
They're just settling the pace. Good pressure here by Grace Hunter.
Into Beckley with the handoff on the weak side. As Dickey gets into the paint, steps through, gets the foul, doesn't get the bucket, but will head to the TAB for 2 as the Pouākai are looking for free throw attempts number 3 and 4 on this one. Loose ball, but able to find something good out of that eventually.
Yeah, that's the first one there on Steph Watts, so obviously a key player for the Queens, so she won't want to pick up a second one here early in the first.
And join the TAB, deposit $10 and get a free $50 bonus bet. T's and C's apply. You must be 18. Bet responsibly at all times. As Dickey isn't able to get the second.
Good pace here by Carr.
Well, it's with the step back. She hasn't been shooting the ball great from 3, and unfortunately for her, that continues there as Olivia O'Neill now tries to set things up for the Pouākai, down 4 points. After initially looking like they might be in a bit of trouble offensively in this one, they've steadied the ship.
Yeah, they found their feet here. Case kind of found their rhythm back in one possession game, right? Help here, big hit after missing 2 free throws. Timeout.
Well, timeout might be because of the lackadaisical defense at the top of the key. The Dickey deep 2, easy as you like, dribbles into it, finds that range. A couple of Kendall Hedemaya 3s had a similar look to that. Lack of ball pressure on the outside, allowing the Pouākai to find their range from deep.
Yeah, and had a solid start to the season, Tokomanawa Queens, but in the 2 games that I've seen, you know, and not uncommon early in the season with talented teams to kind of have these lapses, and you're obviously trying to work through and find a way to alleviate them more and more as the season moves on, and find consistency throughout so that you can put teams away early and not allow them to continually come back into games and drag it out.
And if you like the uniforms you see, click on that QR code. Your New Balance Belgravia Apparel Team Merch Shop is online now. Fantastic stuff available. I've seen a few of the uniforms this season, Lindsay. What's your pick of the litter in the Tauihi this season?
It's good. I like both of these uniforms right now. I'm with you though, Case. I like the mint green from the Queens. It looks clean. But the red looks nice as well, man. I can't lie to you.
The mint was their Rapid League uniform earlier. I don't know if I've got the skin tone to pull off the mint, but I'd like to try. As Crystalline Carr brings it up over half court. Paris Mason, an aggressive player at the best of times, gets to the Grace Hunter. And Josie Trousdale from the free throw line as the defense collapses and the Pouākai settling a little bit more this time. Crystalline Carr is a shot clock Throws down.
Hard show there. It's tough, man. Hard show. They did a pretty good job. Couple seconds left on the shot clock, but if you let her get into the paint like that, she's a problem. Just got to that little push shot over the traffic.
So skilled as a guard, diminutive in size, but not in game. Coming down on the other side, Tasha Mack with the post play. Nice up screen by Olivia O'Neill to create that action.
Yeah, and a lot of post play, and you know, in the first Rapid League game and early here in this game, which is great to see. Kind of a lost art at times. So great to see them in there working their post game.
A handoff between Trousdale and Steph Watts for the runner. Finds the net pretty as you like.
Yeah, man, Case, I would go as far to say that sometimes with not playing as much on the ring and watching the Wahine play, they have nicer kind of touch float game in that mid kind of paint region, if that makes sense, which is a really nice thing to watch from a skill aspect. It's not just athleticism and jumping over people.
Steph Watts brings it up in transition again, lets it fly from deep, doesn't get the range. Mack just able to hold on to the ball before Olivia O'Neill pushes things in the other direction. Lauren Hippolyte lets it fly. Carr with the big rebound, pushing the pace in the other direction.
Yeah, are they going to go for one shot here, Case, or?
Definitely not. Going hard. What a block by Tasha Mack there. Finds Carr, and now the last shot possibly going to the Pouākai with 15 seconds left in the quarter. Shot clock off, and the hands. The ball in the hands. Oh, it gets stolen there. Nice find. Grace Hunter on the break. Gets it in, and now 5 seconds left. Will the Pouākai even get a shot off?
Yeah, great energy there by Grace, and you know, one that they'll probably want to have back. The Pouākai done a great job to make it a two-position game, hit it into the second, but little sloppy one there to end the first.
29-23 is the score as the action is heating up. We'll be back with the second quarter moments from now. We are back for the second quarter of DJ Gardner Holmes Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa basketball action. So Tava Kenny will inbound to Steph Watts. 29-23 the first quarter. What did you notice from the stats in that first one, Lindsay?
Yeah, Steph Watts off to a quick start, Case, for the Queens. She jumped out with 10 points on 4 of 8. Kendall Hiramaya, as we spoke to earlier, she had the hot start for Pouākai from a scoring perspective. She had 8 early ones, two early threes. She's looking really comfortable right now.
And Queens less comfortable turning it over on the initial possession as the Pouākai have been able to pick up the defense, now looking for some offensive flow. Shot clock running down, ball in the hands of Kendall Hiramaya, finds a 17-footer, but can't find the range.
And there's Watts taking the ball off the ring and pushing with that tempo that we spoke about early on.
Finds Grace Hunter in transition, lets it fly. Paris Mason's activity rewards Steph Watts. What a rebound to get it out. Is that going to be a turnover? No, it's not. And now it will be. They have the discussion and say that was only touched by the Queens. But look at the hustle underneath by Steph Watts. Love to see that from the start.
Yeah, Paris Mason in there again. I think she got the initial tip and then when your top players and your imports are first to the floor, it's great. It's massive for the culture.
Well, Kenda Haramaya has a lot of this ball in hand, back and forth between herself and Hippolyte, but looked like it might be on wall. Nice play. Her body in the post, beautifully set up.
Yeah, beautiful little ducking right there and an easy one. She just killed it right to the lane for a right-hand lay-in. It's like Latava Kenny is out there right now. She's checked in as well for her first minutes.
Steph Watts back to that right hand. Dotson on the carom, gets the rebound in the interior.
Boards again, and Maya Dodson just chipping away. Jacinta Beckley, she's been doing that all night. She's comfortable, she's got her rhythm. So first two in this game, but she lit up earlier on.
Well, we got a foul down low on Robati, matched up with Dotson underneath, and she raises her hand up. 8:31 as the pace has quickened as we see the field goal percentage for both teams shooting over 50% from the field and pretty good from deep as well. A high level of efficiency in this one, Lindsay.
Yeah, and we knew that the Queens were going to come out and play with a high pace and get a lot of shots up. But as you said, Case, I think Pouākai have done a great job in the shots that they're generating and hanging tough right now, especially when they don't have a full roster.
Well, 13 on the shot clock. And Steph Watts gets it deflected. Maya Dotson, surrounded by defenders, goes to the runner and drops it with a bit of skill of her own.
Yeah, and as we spoke about, I guess I spoke about earlier, Case, you know what I mean? She got in there, and that's a tough shot. It looks easy, but that's a tough shot. As is that one there, right foot, right hand, little lay by Kendall Hiramaya. She continues to chip away right now. Great start to this game.
Well, it's the movement of the Pouākai as we see a foul up top on Lauren Hippolyte, but the Pouākai's movement has increased there. We see another look at it. Jacinta Beckley finds Haramaya for the layup.
Looks like almost an identical play to what Shani scored off previous there, Case. Just that little rub screen. Hopefully Tokomanawa will adjust to that one the third time here.
Carr inbounds. Tegan Graham finding Paris Mason on the wing, and the action is going to be set up for Carr coming off a double on the weak side. Lines it up for Tree and drops it, improving on that percentage.
Yeah, little Iverson cut into a stagger there, and they sagged off her, kind of playing to the scout that you'd rather have her shooting threes than getting her feet in the paint, and she knocked it in.
Haramaya with the quick dribble, but Kristlyn Carr is attacking the glass despite being the shortest player on the court. Comes up with it again, and Graham in transition drops another.
Yeah, wow. I mean, Carr took the ball off the ring, pushed it ahead of everybody. They had 5 back, and they still get a lineup 3 to go up 10 here, Case. Dangerous time right now for Pouākai. Need a good one here.
Happens quickly. The defensive pressure has been picked up by the Queens as Kenda Haramaya looks like she might have to do it on her own again. Lets it fly, lets it drop from 3. What a response.
Yeah, big hit, Case, but yeah, lucky there, you know what I mean? Contested 3 to pull it within 7, so hopefully they can start generating slightly easier shots to keep it close here.
Back into the on-ball, the 2-woman game. Dotson catches it underneath, finds Grace Hunter, whips it around. Tegan Graham again can't make it happen, but Paris Mason hustle gets an offensive rebound.
Yeah, boards and very unselfish, sharing the ball with the one more. Easy duck in there, and Dodson will go to the line, shoot another couple free throws right here.
Take a look at Paris Mason with the rebound, and underneath Dotson's got the mismatch on Lauren Hippolyte. Way too much size against the point guard, and Dotson goes straight to the cup to get herself 2 attempts from the TAB.
Yeah, and Paris again, Case, you know what I mean? Showing that energy, already played a lot of minutes in the Rapid League, so big motor and impacting the game in ways that aren't just putting it in the ring, which is always nice to see as a fan.
Well, misses the first, sub 50% shooter on the season. Gets the second. 1 out of 2 ain't bad. And we're struggling a little bit from the line. Grace Hunter checks out. An 8-point lead for Tokomanawa, who have picked up the level of play here in the second quarter to stretch it out, as Kenda Haramaya has a lot of ball in hand.
Yeah, you
can't find a roll.
Kristlyn Carr's not going to let her line it up and get comfortable anymore. Here comes that pace, turning him over and running for easy layups.
Love the way they push it. Steph Watts once again rewarded for the run. And now Pouākai looking a little bit unbalanced as they try and settle things into the half court. Hippolyte, the max screen, comes and tries to free her. No body, no space for the triple. Shot clock running down, gets it off from 15, just short.
Yeah, great position there for Tokomanawa defensively, just switching everything and getting a contested shot. But we have Carr pushing the pace, finding Dodson for a easy one. Paris Mason, man, great hustle, Case, great hustle.
Well, look at the hustle, coming up with a smile as well. Dodson misses the 15-footer, but look at that, out hustling, diving on the floor. No floor burns today are unwarranted for Paris Mason, who has been hustling, bustling, and tussling all over the court today.
Yeah, and I would assume that this is a timeout here from the Pouākai, you know, down 10. Steady the ship here and stop the bleeding a little bit, Case.
Well, we mentioned earlier that they're not at full strength today, and the list of players who are out with a reason are many. Kate Herman out today, Esmond McGoldrick out with concussion, Maddie Timms out, Kennedy Leonard out with an ankle injury, Williams is out, Whitaker's out, Samaya is out, Ashen Reen also out. So that is a lot of players unable to make the roster, and that is not the way you want to play. As we talk about Hoop Heads Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. on Sky Sport. Talking all your basketball action. Tauihi focuses in now as we are in the G.J. Gardner time of year for the Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa.
Yeah, Hoop Heads, man, that's my favorite show. They need to get me on there sometime, man.
You've never seen Hoop Heads. Why you tease me? Well, 42-32, 5:44. What did the Pouākai need to do offensively to find themselves a little space?
Right now, I think, again, it comes down to controlling the pace. Obviously, you don't have a full roster right now. A little bit perimeter oriented as well. I liked it when they were kind of getting their feet in the paint and making reads from there.
The body can't find the range there. Tough rebound from Watts.
Again, these perimeter shots are leading to long rebounds and allowing the Queens to push this pace right now, get their feet in the paint, get these easy layups, which is causing Pouākai some issues, Case.
Well, Carr with the penetration draws multiple defenders, and Paris Mason gets rewarded with a layup on the other end. Dickey lets it fly from 3. You're not challenged on the shot. Well, you got to get a hand up soon.
Yeah, and they're kind of smiling at each other there, Case. You can tell the scout is to let her shoot it, and she knocked it in and beat it that time, but I think they're going to stick with it.
Well, good action to get Maya Dotson the ball in space with some movement, and she takes advantage of Tasha Mack there with the post move.
Yeah,
on the wing.
Great move. It'll be interesting to see if the defense makes an adjustment. Natasha Mack and sees if she can get Dodson playing off that left side, Case, not getting to the right as much. Kendo Hiramaya, she's hot, man. She's lighting it up right now.
She is finding the space from deep. 14 points now in just over 13 minutes of game time, doing a lot of that damage from behind the arc as Paris Mason finds Kristlyn Carr. The shot clock running down. Not a lot of offense happening for the Queens this time around.
Stagnated a little bit.
Steph Watts doesn't able to find the range. Kenda Haramaya pushes in transition. Obviously Dickey trying to find some pace of her body in the post. Kick by Steph Watts. That'll be a reset to 14 on the shot clock. Possession on the baseline.
Yeah, man, Steph Watts looked like she got them fast twitch fibers there, Case. She's quick hands, quick feet, always getting her hands on deflections. Very active defender.
You can tell she just walks away. She's bouncy. She's walking around those calves. You can tell the athletes when they have that walk about them. Kenda Haramaya guarded by Carr. When Hippolyte finds the range on Graham. But Watts again with the rebound.
Yeah, great contest there by Graham.
Watts always pushing that pace, finding pace. Holes. Carr lets it fly.
Oh, there it is, Case. Beat the scout, you know what I mean? She's obviously a problem off the bounce and in the paint. If she's going to start knocking those down consistently, the league is going to have some issues, brother.
Well, this is a powerful backcourt duo playing right now. Rabadi gets the ball at the elbow, looking for a teammate.
Great pass, great cut.
Oh, love the unselfishness. Masa Nesbitt. What happens to count it? That is N1. Excellent ball movement leading to the two-point shot there, Lindsay.
Yeah, almost thought that she had a layup off Shani's pass. You probably would have shot that one, Case. But she went with the extra one more, and they ended up with the and one. Great play. 3-position game.
Well, you know how those point guards are. They don't like to shoot the layups underneath. Too much tall timber down there. Go ahead and find a forward. Let Masa Nesbitt finish it, and she gets to the TAB for an attempt for the three-point play and nails it. An 8-point game. The Pouākai continue to stay touch distance away despite the efforts of the Tokomanawa Queens.
Yeah, it's been an interesting feel to this game. Just when you feel like they're going to stretch it out, they bring it right back. So important 3 minutes here for both teams.
Steph Watts, ball on a string, finding space. Maya Dotson rips through baseline, goes to the left hand. Good defense there by Roboto.
Case. Great job of cutting off that right and making her see if she's got something different on the counter.
Oh, Hadamaya, which is fantastic as we see Jasmine Dickey get a little excited. Just a little excited. Hadamaya really looking ahead with those passes. 5 assists for her to go along with 14 points.
Yeah, and great point, Case. I mean, you're not supposed to be the expert today, bro, but Kendall's making some great kick-ahead passes. She's obviously playing the point, and she sees the court really well to go with the way that she's shooting the ball. Great half of basketball for her.
Oh, 2:50 left. Can the Pouākai find a little more defensive energy to get it even closer? Oh, this Chris Lankar-led backcourt. Paris Lukatui in the corner, doesn't get it, but a rebound. Dotson, love the effort. Love the effort again. Back-to-back offensive rebounds. Watts doesn't find it, and the Pouākai just surviving.
Yeah, great rebound there by Dickey. Again, for a guard, looks like a great rebounding guard. Well, takes it coast to coast for the left-hand lay.
Well, look at that, she likes it. In transition that time around, defensive rebound all the way to the other end. 6 points the difference. And the efficiency for the Queens taking a hit. Carr matched up here. There's a bit of a passive defense, clogging those lanes, worried about the weak side kickouts. Carr from deep doesn't find it.
Yeah, and you know, 49-43 Case, 2 minutes left. Looks like there's only been 4 fouls for the quarter. You know, not a whole lot of defense being played right now. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, great defense. Just better shot making, Lindsay. I'll go look under the positives there. Carr can't find it, but Tegan Graham able to get enough contact to keep that whistle. She'll inbound from the baseline.
Yeah, Tegan Graham, another one that, along with both Masons, bring great energy to this Queens group.
Oh, the steal there by Olivia O'Neill. As the Pouākai starting to force some turnovers. Comes to the weak side. Dickey from 3. Rebound, Nesbitt. Dotson takes it away, and Carr will push it in transition once again. 1-on-3, all by herself, and thinks better. Somehow finds Graham underneath.
Yeah, and again, Case, you know, you see Carr and you see Watts, and they're constantly putting pressure on the defense, and sometimes it can look like it's a little bit unorganized or out of control, but constantly putting the defense and the referee under pressure to make calls, and here they go. They're going to the line again, stop the clock, couple more free throws, a little bit more pressure on Pouākai, headed into the half.
And pardon me, that was, of course, Paris Lukatui, who has an opportunity from the TAB here, pushes it to 7 points, big free throws late, and she shows the ice water in her veins by dropping them both. 1 minute 30 left here in the half. Pouākai have worked very hard to get themselves back within the game, but still trailing by 8 points. Initiating with Dickey on the weak side, back with Hadamaya. Dickey on the wing. They love that little rub screen up top. Her body down low. Dickey to the cup.
Oh, tough take. They're obviously gapping her right now and allowing her that perimeter shot, but she took that space for speed and took the bump and finished it. Really nice finish there with the lift.
And they're back in this sort of 1-2-2 zone. Looks a little amoeba-like switchy man. Either way you like it. It's gummy inside the paint for the Queens. Missed shot there. Masa Nesbitt kicking off. And now it's Rabati finding Dickey in the wing. And another powerful drive. Rabati on the reception underneath for 2.
Oh, and some really nice passing there, from multiple kick-ahead passes all the way to the interior passing for the finish. So again, making it a 2-position game. Pouākai hanging tough.
Well, Sharon Rabati now up to 10 points. Couple of threes in there as well, but effort of the Pouākai has been excellent here in the second quarter.
Yeah, like you said, Kay, Shani looks like she's in a good space right now, confident in rhythm, and playing really well in this first half of this game.
Well, they're done well to, despite being a little bit short-handed, of working extremely well to find their way back in this game.
Yeah, for sure. On the flip side, you know, the three imports coming in for the Queens. They got 12, 12, and 10, so really even balance, you know. So really well done from Pouākai and not allowing them to stretch this out. It feels like they're about to break them a couple times in that half, and they've hung tough.
Queens have been up by as much as 12 points here in this half and dominating down low. They've got 26 points in the paint. They're shooting the ball pretty well from deep as well, 5 for 13, but all that offense has not equaled the lead you thought it would. Just 4 points the difference with under 42 seconds left to go here in the first half.
Yeah, Pouākai 7 for 16 from the 3-point now. So that's keeping them in the game, their perimeter scoring as well.
Well, let's see if they don't go 2 for 1 on this possession. Josie Trousdale finds Steph Watts high. Back to Carr on the weak side. Nice defense by Jasmine Dickey there. Really active on Graham as well. Not a lot of space. 4 seconds left on the clock. Got to get it up quickly. She does. And Trousdale rewarded with the offensive rebound. Just a 1 second differential between the shot and game clock. Essentially the last shot of the half could be had, but Watts drives early and finishes as well.
Yeah, that's a backbreaker case. They literally played defense for 23 seconds and gave up an O-board that ended in a right-hand layup, which is a backbreaker for them right now.
And Watts back to the left hand at the finish, but we have a Sky City player timeout to finish the quarter. Each team gets 1 per half, so the Pouākai used theirs late. 4.2 left in this one. Use that QR code to get yourself, your community group, to a ticket to the big game. Thousands of tickets available across the Tauihi season this year. Right in, get access to those games. They are waiting to be had. Tokomanawa, they've got fouls to give there. What do you do here with 4 seconds? Do you foul instantly on the initial, or you just play good D, Lindsay?
I would say they'll play good D here, Case. Play it straight up.
Straight into the body. Gets the kiss off the glass. What a finish. The Queens could have called timeout, but no one grabs the ball, and that will be the half. The recruitment network, Mainland Pouākai, do an excellent job of working their way back into the game. The Tokomanawa Queens, despite a high-powered, offensively focused first half, only lead by 4 points, 53-49.
Yeah, man, again, we've been speaking about it the whole half. Feel like they've been on the brink of being rolled over a couple times, but done a great job as a group of coming together and hanging tough. 2-possession game headed into the half, and well done for Cam Wilson on getting his crew through that half under some trying circumstances.
Well, 4 points the difference. We will be back after this short break to discuss highlights and the first half stats.
Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to do some great plays brought to you by Ansco Foods. We've got 4 teams, sorry, and they teams of 2. What they have to do is they have to run down to the other end, score a basket, and then grab the letter. And what this team is trying to do, they're trying to spell 2, iron, beef and lamb. Okay, you guys got it? You guys good? Go down, score a bucket, get the letter, bring it back, and the first one to score the basket and finish your guys' words, which is beef, lamb, zinc, or iron, will get a prize. Okay, fam, so you guys are all right out there? This is pretty cool. I like it, I like it. Who likes beef, lamb? Where's the vegetarians at? Hey, shout out to you vegetarians. Oh, you guys good over there. So, beef, lamb, zinc, or iron. That's what you have to be spelling. So, kids, are you guys ready on that side? You guys ready? Okay, score a bucket, hit a basket, bring the letter back. Okay, fine. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, let's go. I like it. Look at these guys. What athletes.
And welcome back to Porirua, the Rauparaha Arena in Porirua is the host of this G.J. Gardner Homes Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa game between the Tokomanawa Queens and the Mainland Pouākai. A 53-49 lead to the Queens here at half. Lindsay, how have you seen that first half going?
Yeah, solid first half case from both teams. Imports, or the first 5 for the Queens have been really formidable. You know, Chrislyn Carr, 12 points right now, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. She's having a ball game. And obviously Stephanie Watts is right there with 14 and 7 herself. So they're really put their imprint on the game. For the Pouākai right now, Keno Hiramaya and Shani Robati have had a great start to the game, you know, with 14 points each. So they're holding it down for them.
And here we take a look at the stats that Lindsay Tate is talking about. Brought to you by our stats partner, the TAB. All the stats you want.
Really balanced from the top 3 of both teams there. You know, double-digit scoring in the first half. I'd say both teams will be happy having 3 players in double digits, Case.
Overall in the rebounds, a big advantage to the Queens, 23-13. But in the individuals, led by Steph Watts, Chrislyn Carr doing a nice job as perimeter players on the interior.
Yeah, little guard, Carr, really impressive to get 7 boards. You know, Steph Watts is pretty athletic, but Carr is a small guard, so that's impressive. 14 rebounds between them.
Kendall Jeremiah leading the way with 5 assists, but well balanced. Paris Mason off the bench to pick up 3 and lead the way for the Queens.
Yeah, 5 assists for Kendall with 14 points, you know, really effective in that first half. And we see Natasha Mack there, Case, we spoke about it, kind of limited minutes in and out in that first half. It'll be interesting to see how things shape up for her in that second half. Really important pieces of big.
3 steals apiece for each team, as that has been well balanced. And the minutes load, something that I am watching with a little bit of interest, Lindsay, especially for this Pouākai team. They've just played 8 players total, and off the bench, just 1 player has played 10 minutes. So how do you think that going as we finish here at halftime? Those are the stats. We will be back to show you the second half as the Queens carry a 4-point lead into the third quarter, which will be tipping off when we get back from this.
We're putting the crown on, shooting the basket, we're shooting the basket. Okay. While these ladies warm up and do their things, who loves basketball? Put up your hands if you love basketball. Put up your hands if you love basketball. You should be putting up your hand if you're here right here today. Put up your hand if you love basketball. Also, right now, put up your hands if you love women's basketball. Yeah. So please, because we're good like that, please make some noise for our guests, the Mainland Pouākai. How about Pucky Pucky? How about Pucky Pucky? And also, please put your hands together for our incredible champions of last year, reigning champions. Please put your hands together for the Tokomanawa Queens. Champions, I like it. Okay. 4 more minutes, partner, 4 more minutes. 4 more minutes. Kuno, what you got for the people? What you got for the people? Kuno, what you got for the people?
Well, welcome back to Porirua. As we see the Tokomanawa Queens taking a 4-point lead here into the second half. And what's sort of to be offensively filled highlight show after a highly efficient first half. Came through with a low number of fouls. What's your read on it? Lindsay Tate joining me in the box.
Yeah, over 100 points combined scored in the first half there, Case. So a lot of offense on display. And like you spoke about, be interesting to see the rotations in the second half for the Pouākai with Natasha Mack in her minutes, and obviously with Jacinta Beckley coming back in and having a great start in the Rapid League and not playing a whole lot in that first half. Would probably expect to see a little bit more of her in the second half if her body's up to it right now.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting how they work those substitution patterns. The Pouākai down several players today. That unavailable list was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players long today. And then just 11 active players in total. So when you're losing that kind of talent, it makes it tough. Not to mention head coach Josh Thompson also away with the Lincoln University 3x3 at the World University game. So despite being down, some of the brain trust as well right in this ball game.
Yeah, great effort, Case. You know, and of those 8 players, I would say at least 3 of them are pretty heavy contributors to this group. So if they can hang tough here in the third, it'll be interesting to see how things shape up headed down to the end of this ball game.
And it's gonna look shaping up like one's gonna come down the stretch. And whenever I see the Queens play in a tight one like this at halftime, I just start to think that the pace with which they play is eventually gonna wear down that opposition. Almost just, you know, you keep on bringing the horde to that cart, eventually it's just gonna bust through.
Yeah, you know, they are a scary team. When you've got this much talent and you play kind of at the pace they do. You see it with the Hoi Ho as well at times. They have the ability, especially in quarters like the third, scary that they can just blow it open and put it to bed early. So I'm sure that's something that Coach Wilson and the Pouākai spoke about at halftime.
And for the Queens, what do you think the answers are for them defensively? At times they are up double digits, a 12-point lead, their largest of the half, but not enough defensive resistance as that first half went on. What are their answers on that side of the court?
Yeah, I would assume Coach Tupu, looking at their depth and their ability to play with pace and extend a little bit more, would probably be imploring the Wahine to get up a little bit more defensively and extend themselves, especially playing at home, you know, and with the other team being a little bit down right now. We can start to get our legs through and our numbers through and take advantage of that side of things with the tempo of the game, which is at our advantage.
Well, straight into Tasha Mack on that elbow. Kendall Jeremiah finds the triple. Nice action, unrewarded, but Tasha Mack, the offensive rebound for another opportunity.
Kind of a lackadaisical start on that first position there defensively.
A lackadaisicality from Rabati on the offensive rebound, just shedding. Steph Watts, jump ball goes to the Queens. So no foul there, but possession arrow changes over. Drive by Dickey. Here's the offensive rebound challenge, and that's a tie-up.
Yeah, late switch there, and Shani doing a great job again establishing herself on the O boards to get hands on the ball.
Jiskar initiates the Dotson, who lives a little bit of one-on-one to the left hand with a shot off the glass from about 7 feet.
Yeah, there was that stagger away, and she said, whatever, Mr. Tate, I'll show you right here with my little left-hand hook right there. Take that home with you. Well done.
And my dexterous proof's in the pudding. Mack again, handoff here to Rabati. Second time that action, different player into the on ball up high. Kendall Jeremiah finds some space, finds a layup, finds the harm, and finds a three-point play opportunity.
Yeah, and interesting there, Carr climbed up and did a great job of taking away Kendall's shot, but a little bit of confusion it seems like on the drops there, Case, and she pulled out early and gave up that and one. They'll want that one back, the Queens.
Kendall Jeremiah has a few times taken advantage of that defense that just drops off and giving it just about that same face to the defense when they're falling off her. I'm going straight to the cup.
And so poised, and a relatively tall, strong guard finishing around the ring too.
Graham gets the rebound, comes down the other end, and forced away from initiating to Watts. Nice defense, Jeremiah, but Watts gets it eventually. On-ball screen and straight through the posts for the turnover.
Yeah, you could tell by her reaction there, she wanted that one back straight away. The old between the legs pass. It's a little bit of a sloppy start here for the Queens. So got to tighten up a little bit here.
Well, Kenda Haramaya running the point, initiating a Mac who's got these elbow catches, but this time more aggressively on the rim. Enough defense from Dotson to go the other direction.
And here they are with that pace again. Watts in the center of the court distributing.
And the foul there from Natasha Mack as Graham uses the up fake well before getting that contact. 8:36, a slower start to the second half here as we take another look. Steph Watts finds Graham, up fake, leads to the foul. Initiating the car up top, and he's surmising things, finding Watts on the wing as we'll go into the on-ball screen up high. Aggressive defense from the Pouākai, eventually leading to the ball getting knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, great pass down the lane there, but even better catch from Kendall. Took away the easy layup. Will be out of bounds here for the Queens from the baseline.
Well, good aggressive defense in the post. Steph Watts gets free on the wing, shoots the triple. Doesn't get the triple, but another offensive rebound. This one corralled by Graham.
Yeah, and like you said, Case, both teams doing a great job on the offensive boards. I guess the opposite of that is we need to clean that up, take care of that.
We see Dickey with the rebound and the push. She's got the ability to do both. Steph Watts in defensive response. Post play, Rabati, good effort to get that over the shorter car, despite the whistle.
I'm not sure if that was on Carr or Graham there, Case.
Well, neither should be in foul trouble, considering the Tokomanawa Queens only got whistled for one foul in that second quarter. They've got a long ways to go. No one in foul trouble for the Tokomanawa Queens as we see the triple from Haramaya. Hits the rim twice, but bounces off. Kreslin Carr pushing it. Tegan Graham loves the one-on-one from the wing.
Yeah, great bust-out dribble. 1-2 dribbles, hard kick ahead, keeping that pace.
Oh, nice kick ahead. Unfortunate miscommunication there as Lauren Hippolyte was trying to find Jasmine Dickey. Sharon Rabati thought, perhaps that's for me from behind, reaches out for it. Turnover goes the other way.
Yeah, right idea, but unfortunately the execution wasn't quite there. A tough start right now for Lauren, but you know, right read, I'm sure that in time that will come.
Dotson loving that post catch at the elbow, and somehow Lukathui able to save it. Tegan Graham puts it on the baseline and can't find the form from about 12 feet. Lauren Hippolyte ahead of everybody. Dickey with the run out.
Hey, and there it is, she's rewarded.
Is she? Well, is she rewarded? Steph Watts, what defense to get back into play. That kind of hustle. That's a game winner there. Graham in transition the other direction. Doesn't get the triple. And the offensive rebound will stay with the effort of Maya Dotson. All over the place, and she is hyped on it.
Yeah, great job on the O boards there, Case. At the other end, had to eat my words. Thought that she'd got it back with a great pass, and she left it on the table.
That's that one. She'll be rewinding in her head over and over tonight. Paris Lukathui gets the catch up high. Tegan Graham comes off the on ball, finds the space, uses the space, but can't use it effectively.
Great rebound there by Mac. Great rebound. Here's Kendall on the advance.
Haramaya finding herself to the wing, directing traffic. It's Rabati in the post with the fadeaway. Can't get it to drop. Carr again on the rebounds. And now, look at the pace with which she plays. A lot of space, 15 feet, drops it.
Oh, that was beautiful, Case, from a point guard perspective. You know, 2-3 hard dribbles to the center of the court, little hesitation. Basically stepped into a free throw in a live game setting. She's high level, Kreslin Carr.
Steph Watts nearly getting the steal with the kick ahead pass. As Tokomanawa has a 6-point lead. It's been slow going here for the first 3.5 minutes. Just a 4-2 scoreline after an offensive explosion there in the second quarter. The defense finally picking it up. Just direct inbound into Kendall Haramaya in the post, who finds Dickey out far, and she drops a deep 2, foot on the line.
Yeah, great hit right there. They're giving her that shot, and she's knocked it in. Looks like they've put Kreslin Carr to the bench here for a short period and brought in Grace Hunter, the local girl.
A nice attack. Dotson on the offensive glass to step through over her fallen teammate. Doesn't matter. I'll drop 2 anyway.
Yeah, she's hit 2 or 3 of those. Hard move to the left, little step through to the right and drop it in.
Already back on the offensive end. Nesbitt sets a screen for Haramaya. There's the defense extending for the Queens. Nice drive by Dickey. Hippolyte from 3. Grace Hunter on the glass.
Yeah, and Pouākai generally have two lefties out there. Leonard's injured today, and also Hippolyte. Big advantage, I feel like, if you've got a backcourt with two southpaws out there, Case, playing with different angles.
Just enough defensively from the Pouākai to dissuade that Dodson two-pointer. And now she's mismatched on Lauren Hippolyte up high. That means her body's got to guard down low, but they're unable to get it to her until she finds the elbow. She's going to rip through her, find her teammates on the wing. Cut by Hedemaya. Rejected by Dodson.
Yeah, great slip on the stagger there by Hedemaya, but Dodson there on the catch and threw that thing back.
And you can
Here's
see
the replay right here.
Yeah.
Great slip and great read on the help and scramble to clean things up and protect the rim.
Textbook offense, better defense. Maya Dodson doing what she does best, defend the rim. She has been doing an excellent job with that this season. 3 blocks a game is what she's averaging up to this point.
It's a lot of blocks right there, Case.
A lot of blocks. Watch hoop heads. We'll get all those highlights this week, Wednesday at 8:30, including the Stephanie Watts drive. Could have been an N1, instead just a 2. An 8-point lead to the Queens.
Yeah, Case, on a penetrator like that with Steph Watts, there's no way that switch can be that far back. She's going to get layups all day. And right here, Dickey is, again, she's saying, Mr. Tate, I can shoot that thing.
Up to 17 points in the ball game, 8 for 15 from the field. Steph Watts with a one-handed pass. What a find to Grace Hunter, who can't make it drop, but the vision was there, the finish was not.
Yeah, Grace probably had a split second more there to take her time and knock it in.
Back in the hands of Jasmine Dickey, who is taking over this game offensively.
You're starting to find a bit of rhythm there.
Steph Watts pushing it in transition, got the handle, but a little sloppy with it. Now we got the Pouākai in response. Olivia O'Neill decides to find the wing, and Kendall Hedemaya does well not to travel. Step back, no bucket. Grace Hunter now slowly taking things up as the pace is starting to take its effect on these squads.
Yeah, and again, Case, 4 fouls total for the whole quarter right here, which is made for a pretty quick quarter in real time. Boards again from Dodson. Great lift there as well.
Oh, I'd love to see a rebounder like that out of your cylinder. Really had to go out and get it with the putback, an 8-point lead still as O'Neill comes up to initiate things with the on-ball. Off to the weak side, Beckley. Handoff game with Kendall Hedemaya back to the top. They want the high-low, they can't get the high-low.
Yeah, Maya Dodson right now, she's really starting to establish herself on the game and the way that she's running the lane and getting those duck-ins and making a nuisance of herself.
Matched up high, Grace Hunter catches on the wing off the Watts. Pass, Watts gets denied by Hedemaya, down low off the offensive glass. Nesbitt in transition and powers straight through the chest of Graham. And that looks like it's gonna be a charge.
And that's classic Tegan Graham right there. She's done a great job of bringing energy and making those little plays, Case, that don't always show up on the stat sheet. They don't always get rewarded by the media and whatnot, but they help win ball games every single time.
And we're gonna have a timeout here for the Tokomanawa Queens to discuss things and how they want to finish after that 3 minutes and 16 seconds left here in the third quarter. And while we're at that, let me talk to you about the 17,680 Nights of July. This week, the Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa are proud to get behind the Women's Refuge and their 17,680 Nights of July fundraising appeal. Why 17,680? Because that's how many nights of safe, secure accommodation women and children need to escape family violence just this month. Get behind this great cause by booking a safe night on behalf of women in need if you can. For just $20, you can provide a safe place to sleep, hot meals, and 24/7 support. Gift a safe night today at nightsofjuly.co.nz, a great initiative that Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa is proud to get behind and support.
Yeah, awesome kaupapa, Case, and that's a lot of nights, brother, that people need help out there. So if you're lucky enough to be somebody that can give to somebody else, man, let's get out there and help each other out here.
And I think that's also what these teams are going to be saying to each other, looking to do it as a collective. The shooting has dropped a bit. Both teams over 50% in the first half. We're inching our way down as the defense is starting to take its toll. Initiating again at the wing with Dodson, who goes to work on Rabati, but turns it over as her and Paris Mason are cross signals there.
Yeah, Paris Mason probably could have held the corner, but seen the defender turn her eyes and made that little back cut, and unfortunately miscommunication, which means Pouākai will bring that thing down right now.
Olivia O'Neill harassed by Grace Hunter on the wing, trying to find an option. And, Dickey's a good one up high off the on-ball. A lot of space at the elbow. And Kreslin Carr again on the glass, dominating the rebounds.
Yeah, great job again for your point guard, pushing that thing, playing with pace. Paris just got nailed.
They are throwing the bodies around. I love the reckless abandon. As Lauren Hippolyte, a little worse for the wear off this one. We take another look at it. Carr coming through and just gets, Nesbitt just gets his shoulder into Paris Mason. Unfortunate for Hippolyte, she's the one who got the effect at the end.
I don't know if you just seen that little spin move by Kreslin Carr there, Case, but one of those annoying guards that looks like they don't even sweat and never get flustered by anything.
9 rebounds for Carr. Nice hands by Nesbitt, forcing the turnover. Shana Rabadi trying to find one of her guards, eventually finds Hippolyte. On-ball legal screen called.
Yeah, tough one there, Case. I've been really impressed this evening with Shani and Kendall, and obviously having to play extended minutes and the way that they've been able to kind of manage the tempo offensively right now. It's been impressive.
Well, the tempo, not at the pace to which I thought it would go. The score sheet is 10-5 this quarter. Just 15 points after 50 scored in the second.
Yeah, I think it's hard because Tokomanawa obviously like to play with so much pace. They get one there, but you got to put that, you got to be getting stops at the other end often to push that thing and get that pace.
Well, Tegan Graham up to 10 points on that make, 4 for 10 from the field. A little bit of a chicken wing hook on O'Neill, had the size advantage and used it to great effect.
Yeah, and again, those push shots and these little floaters and runners that we're seeing these Wahine get in and pull off in that kind of mid-paint area are a lot tougher than people think. That was a really high-end finish there.
Yeah, not bad defense despite being a little bit undersized by O'Neill, but Tegan Graham all class on the finish and finishes well for the TAB with a 3-point play. The lead up to 11. Largest lead of the game for Tokomanawa has been 12, so right on that precipice of that now.
Right on that opponent position here, I think Sapuanga just checked in right there to end the quarter.
Well, 2 minutes left. Kendall Hedemaya finds Hippolyte.
Nice pass.
Lots of space.
The mismatch there. You can see Carr with the ball pressure.
Body on the elbow, trying to force it inside. Whistle is called. That's a foul, not a kick.
You know what, another thing I've really been impressed by, Casey, is the demeanor of these Wahine and the way that they conduct themselves out there on the court. Something at times, my brother, that we struggle with. It's a great role modeling for the other young ones coming through. So I commend them on that. These bang calls, really classy.
Kreslin Carr reads that so well, then gets tripped up by Lauren Hippolyte. Look at this read here. She is just all over this O'Neill pass. Well, ball will stay with the Pouākai as the shot clock going down. Oh, nice post. Rabadi still has the space. Strong move. The hook shot off the glass.
Tough move there, Case. Just shook her off with a little fake to the inside. Back over that left shoulder, right hand hook. Easy money.
When you get a catch that deep, it's always going to be trouble in the end. On the other end, Carr working the on ball with Mason. Look at the quickness. Let's pick the ball up. A little bit of trouble now. Dodson brings it over to the other side. Sapuanga coming off the handoff. Low shot clock and good D again for the Pouākai. Sends the ball the other way.
Yeah, and I guess one of the positives right now for the Tokomanawa is they've been able to get Steph Watts some good rest here headed into the fourth and still, get a decent kind of hit out with this lead.
O'Neill's in and out, creates the opportunity for
Spoke too
Obadi.
soon there, Case. Back to a 2-position game. Shani's been lights out today, man.
Happens quick, and she is really shooting the ball well from deep. Yeah, 40% coming into the ball game, and now she is 3 for 4 on the evening. Obadi up to 19 points.
Great take there by Paris. Tough call on Kendall, but she'll go to the line. I think we've got Dickey coming back in here for the last couple of possessions of the game.
That was really nice offense. The drive by O'Neill, the push pass to the corner, the quick reversal to Rabadi, who has the space to hit that triple. 66-60 with 41 seconds left. Paris Mason to the TAB, and this is not her strong suit, so possibly not a bad foul for the Pouākai.
Yeah, both teams' cases you alluded to, and it's kind of like a Tall Blacks, Tall Ferns. I believe it initially came from the Spurs. That hockey assist, that one more pass has been a real beautiful thing to watch as a basketball fan this evening.
Well, Mason came into this game just shooting 37.5% from the stripe. Hits them both there. Step in the right direction. 8-point lead. Carr harassing Jeremiah up high.
Pass.
Tasha Mack gets it to count and one. Grace Hunter wanted the charge, does not get the benefit of the doubt. She is despondent. Nice pass, Kendall Jeremiah. And there's the contact and the finish.
And again, you know, Carr's advantage there is obviously trying to pressure with her speed, but Kendall using her height and her vision and dropping that one into Mack, and hasn't had the most success early on in the game, but great finish there, and hoping to finish the game strong here, headed into the fourth. Knocks that one in from the line, Case.
Well, 6 points now for Natasha Mack in just over 15 minutes of play. So she should be pretty fresh going down the stretch. As we see Chrislyn Carr working that on-ball action with Josie Truesdale off to the weak side. Grace Hunter with the head fake. Shot clock running down.
Here, yep.
3 seconds left. 2. Carr can't get it up. Oh, offensive foul on the illegal screen on Trousdale. Shot wouldn't have counted anyway.
Yeah, it's the second one here in a couple of minutes, Case. Tough one. Just kind of slid in late. Still moving, slightly moving. Low on the shot clock, so tough one there for Cinta.
Always tough, too, when you drop that shoulder a bit and the contact looks excessive. And that's normally what they're finding. Hadamaya with the low shot clock here in the quarter. Lets it go from deep. No bounce for her.
Yeah, man, Kendall gets her shot off easy. She looks like she can get you off your body and let that thing go. 5-point game here, Case headed into the fourth. Pouākai hanging tough.
Well, it's 4 points at halftime. Going into the fourth quarter, we're going to have a barn burner to finish here in Porirua as the Queens have 68 against the Pouākai 63.
So all we have to do is, they have baskets. We're going to give these youngins baskets, little balls, and they're going to shoot as many as they can into these small little hoops provided by the Sky Sport Breakers. Hey, you guys all right out there? Is everyone all right out there? Okay, that's very, very nice. Okay, you know clothing. So Girls Got Game, shout out to Girls Got Game. Are you guys ready? On a count to 3, and we're going to shoot as many baskets as you can in the hoop. Okay, guys, everyone count them up with me. 1, 2. Let's go. Stand still, man. Stand still. 1. Counting the baskets. Counting the baskets. Keep the basket right there. Stay still. Stay still. Okay. Oh, we got some duckers over here. We got some boxes, skinny boxes. Okay, interesting. Okay, find it. So hold up. Okay, that's us. Real quick. Let's go. Okay, youngins off the court. Let's go this side before this game starts. So, the basketball counters in the basket. So who got the most? How many did you get?
And welcome back for fourth quarter action of Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa, 68 to 63. The Tokomanawa Queens lead. The recruitment network, Mainland Pouākai, to kick things off. And Lindsay Tate, as you see it, what are the keys to victory for both of these teams?
Right now, Case, I think, as it was alluded to earlier, you know, managing the pace for the Queens and continuing to clean up their rebounding. For the underman Pouākai, it's going to be manage the pace that the Queens are coming at them with, and obviously dealing with not having all of their players there right now, and they've been doing a decent job of that for 3 quarters.
Well, they did an excellent job of staying tight in that third quarter, 15-14. The Tokomanawa Queens could just lead that one by 1 point. Maya Dotson in isolation gets into the paint, takes the foul from Natasha Mack, who doesn't see it that way, but regardless, Maya Dotson off to the free throw line for 2.
Yeah, and the 3 imports leading the way right now. Case Maya Dodson, she's got 16 and 5. Steph Watts has got 16 and 11. And Chrislyn Carr right now 14 and 9, again as a guard. On the other side of the ball, we got Jasmine Dickey with 17 right now. And Shani and Kendall, 19 and 16.
Impressive game from Shani Robati, who's really shooting the ball well. 8 for 11 from the field, 3 for 4 from deep. That efficiency leading the way offensively.
Pretty talented whānau. Pretty talented whānau.
For those that know, a niece of Steven Adams. There's one or two.
Valerie Adams has done pretty well with her career. Yeah.
Not bad. Lisa Adams, she's had some.
A couple world championships for you.
Well, nice little.
Congratulations, actually.
Congratulations.
Recently, yeah, representing for us all.
And congratulations to Tasha Mack. Gets the catch and the finish, a 5-point ball game after her work in the post.
Yeah, finding her feet here, Case. 2-point ball game.
Steph Watts looking to it, going back and forth, back to Carr on the wing. Aggressive defense. Comes out, and Tasha Mack ends up with the steal.
Good hands by Hippolyte. Kendall Jeremiah. Oh, another great kick hit I was about to say, but they fumbled that one.
Dewey lets it go from 3 and finds the range in transition.
Yeah, that's a big hit right there, Case. Goes from a 2-position game to 8 points on a big hit from Lokatui.
And led by the center, Maya Dotson finding the space. Kendall Jeremiah gets denied by Maya Dotson on this end.
Yeah, got right to the cup there. Unfortunately, she just lifted at the ring, but solid take from Kendall.
Yeah, and then we take another look at the fast break action. Dotson with the hezzy. Lokatui on the wing.
Yeah, and great find, again, to get that deep in and kick out to a wide open shooter, high level play and knock it in.
And we see the on-ball action just into Beckley, working things over. On the weak side with Dickey, high post elbow catch from Mack. Jeremiah for the 3. Oh, in and out.
Oh, boards there by Dickey. Great energy.
And it has been her energy. It's been tough to contain for the Queens today. You see bodies hitting the floor. Well, Jasmine Dickey with the rebound, the spin move, gets the contact, heads to the TAB for 2.
Yeah, and interesting. First time I've really had the pleasure of seeing Jasmine play, Case, and I don't know, kind of like a Josh Pace, like a crafty mid-range rebounder athlete,
Josh Pace is a good pullback. The man who could only go one direction but got there anyway.
Got it done.
Syracuse national champion in the college game, and of course, a huge player over the years with Nelson Giants, the Manawatu Jets. You see Steph Watts dribbling it in. Finds Carr on the wing. Doesn't find the range. Jacinta Beckley gets fouled trying to rebound that one. So a nice, strong possession there for the Pouākai. 7:45 left, and not letting the Queens get this one back to double digits.
Yeah, great box out there by Beckley. Just that little check managed to draw that foul, get them another position. Carr extending that pressure, continuing to be a pest.
Jasmine Dickey gets the ball up high, receives back to her. She's got the one-on-one opportunity from the wing.
There's that little rub screen, Case, that they've been getting into for those little curls and duck-ins off the post.
And Chrislyn Carr does well to get into that, try and disrupt it physically, but gets whistled for not allowing O'Neal to find her line, who will now inbound it from the baseline. Dotson, just too physical for her body there, takes her out of the possession. Carr pushing things in transition, and a little hesitation to the layup.
Hit him with the Mika Vakono. You can see that one coming from a while away. Faking that handoff and keeping it for the lift. Beautiful play by Carr.
Well, 9 points the difference now as the energy level starting to wane for the Pouākai. Can they find an answer here offensively? Dickey has been the answer for them all evening, and she is again.
Oh, and they continue to slide under her and try and make her pull up, but space for speed. She gets to the cup, steps through. Beautiful lift.
20 points in the ball game. Dotson on the other end gets the whistle. She's on 20 now with the finish to go along with 5 rebounds and great interior play.
And pretty formidable Case right now. Dotson, and like you were saying down there, big athlete. I believe the word on the street is that she can get up on the ring and finish dunking styles.
That is the word, and if you want to have a bet on that, see if they got it at TAB. Join the TAB today.
Put it up there, put it up there.
Deposit $10, get a free $50 bet. T's and C's apply. Restricted to over 18s, and always bet responsibly.
And being impressed with the Queens here to kind of make some of these adjustments to the actions that were hurting them on that curl. As I say that, Dickey continues to be a nuisance and get to the middle of the paint and get to the free throw line, hit it down the end of the fourth here, Case.
Really finding some speed when she's coming off that action up high, giving the ball on the move. She is dangerous. Know what else is dangerous is the large cheese pizza for just $25 from Sal's. That's your online special this week. Use that online code BASKET. T's and C's apply. If you need the easy way, just use that QR code. We'll have a $25 cheese pizza in like 20 minutes.
That sounds like a great deal right there. I'm going to get me one of them after this game.
Yeah, you and me both, brother. Dickey with a quick release the second time around, and it works. 8 points.
The rare no dribble free throw?
The no dribble free, like she was mad at it. Carr lets it fly. And Dickey with another rebound, and she is putting together herself a ball game. 20 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. Neal gets the ball up high, handoff action disrupted by Paris Lukatui. Has the ball in the high elbow, looking to facilitate with the rip through one-on-one with Dotson, gets knocked away.
Low in the clock here, and Watts pushes. Pull up 3 and trans.
That was a dagger, Lukatui. Great fight, but the effort goes unrewarded, but that's what you love to see.
Man, you cannot fault the effort of these young women, Case. I've seen bodies on the floor all evening from both teams.
Tanya Tupu does not like the whistle. She wants to see it go the other way, but the Pouākai staying in it. Olivia O'Neal inbounding Kendall Jeremiah back in this ball game, and 6 minutes left to try and close this 8-point gap. Action up high, back and forth. It goes around the perimeter.
Here's that action again.
Looking for it, but this time to Olivia O'Neal at the elbow. Finds the shooter Rabati in the corner, who this time can't get it to fall.
Quick release. Here comes Watts again, continuing to take it off the ring and play with that pace.
Steal by Kendall Jeremiah on Graham. Opportunity in transition.
Great pass. They'll give her that.
Woo! Give me that, I will take
sir.
that. Says Jasmine Dickey getting it done. 22 points now. 9 for 18 from the field. Oh, sorry, make that 24 points now. And she continues to lead from the front, and the Pouākai refuse to go away.
Great setup on that spin move, just left it short right now. 2-possession game, just coming under 5 minutes left in the fourth, Case. Big finish here.
Need a great shot coming off. Jeremiah wide open, decides not to shoot it. Nearly stolen by Carr. The rip through the pass. What a pass by Jeremiah. Oh, and Mack cannot find the rim. Disappointed in that.
Yeah, Kendall, great pass, put it on a platter. Unfortunately for Mack, she left that one there.
Watts, no conscience. Lets it go from deep with a little bit of space. And once again, the Queens can't build on the lead. The Pouākai hanging around.
Hanging around. Hippolyte looked like she's ready to come back in, check back in to finish this last 4 minutes here.
O'Neal up high, matched up on Graham. She finds Rabati in the post. Good dive in. The footwork allows her to find the space. They can't find the net. Steal by Mack. Hands quick. Finish not as quick as Dotson eventually corrals the rebound.
And 3 of them, Case, that had multiple hits on the ring from underneath and just rimmed out. Tough for the Pouākai there.
I mean, great looks. You couldn't ask for better ones. And then Rabati and Kristen Carr are getting into it afterwards. A little bit of a push from Rabati. She did not like the guard getting into her space. The retaliation from Carr goes unwhistled. That foul on the Pouākai. So Queen's ball. Oh, do we have a technical? Let's see what's happening.
If there's
here.
anybody that can respect that, Case, it's us, you know?
I love a cheeky push.
Hey, a little.
And as a big,
They care. They care.
as an interior player, I want all those guards away from me as well.
Yes.
Buzz,
and
buzz
as
will fly.
a guard, we've got a complex that you're not just going to bully us.
I'll tell you who's not getting bullied out there is Kristlyn Carr. She is maybe the shortest player on the court at times, but her game is big. 16 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 7 for 14 from the field. But she does have 4 personal fouls now, so very dangerous, keeping her in this ball game. 4 minutes to go. The ball has gone through her hands all day. Got to be careful with that moving forward. I might even put her on the bench for a couple of minutes.
Case, they get 5 or 6?
They get 6 in this game.
Okay.
So that's a good point by you. There's still 2 fouls to go. Leave her in. Fouls forever. Queens up 78-72. 4 minutes, 9 seconds to go. The official stats partner of the Tauihi is the TAB. What stat do you find interesting in this ball game so far? Right now, the one that I'm being painted on is the rebounds. 46 rebounds to the Queens, 28 to the Pouākai. Despite that change in possession, the Pouākai still in it.
Yeah, and 13 on her own for Steph Watts. That's a high-level amount of rebounds for a wing, Case, at any level.
And so what we are having is, I believe, an unsportsmanlike foul on Robati. So it's going to be free throw, or is this a technical? Yeah, so the shooter will be, the shooter has to be Carr first. So it's a two-way foul. Technical on Carr, and then we're gonna see a technical on Robati as well. So Robati shoots it down here, hits the first.
Seems like it worked out not too bad if both teams get shots at it.
Looks like, so 2 free throws here, so that looks like it's an unsportsmanlike foul.
Okay. So nothing for Shani.
So nothing for her. So the foul was on Carr. Sorry for the confusion. And what a change in events this is.
Big call, big call.
2 points, the ball in hand, a 4-point difference. The Pouākai score here, and they're in great shape.
Here's this play, Case, that little up screen for the duck-in. Oh, she had Kendall on the pop-out too.
Lovely read by Paris Lukatui, though. She switched that action and jumped the passing lane. Now Carr tries to find Dotson, who gets out of her zone to get it. Carr from the 3-point line, drains it.
It's a big hit, you know, they're getting into that same kind of wing action, slipping those on balls. She'd missed her previous 2 threes to hit that one there. You know, big shot.
Well, Dickey on the other end from 3, continuing her onslaught. 27 points now for Jasmine Dickey.
Right back at your, Case. You know, big 3, big hit, been struggling a little bit from the perimeter, but killing elsewhere, and knocks that one in.
Exploratory dribble finds Watts on the wing. Another 3 in a row in this ball game.
Yeah, I thought that one always came off her hand a little bit funny the way she normally shoots it, but it was bottoms. Big hit. Kendall getting in the paint again, creating. Ooh.
Well, steal created there. Finally, it takes up 7-point lead for the Queens. Carr finds Watts again. She's got the hot hand. Will she go to work with it? She's finding space. She's using space. But Dotson on the offensive glass from the weak side.
Yeah, great defense, but Dotson there getting them another possession. They really need those ones right now, the Pouākai.
Jab step, goes to the triple. Robati corrals the rebound, a 7-point lead, 2:30 to go. Kenda Haramaya back to Robati on the weak side. Gets it up high. Will come off the on ball. No, she'll let it go from deep. Doesn't quite have the range.
Yeah, and getting almost to that 2-minute drill right now, Case. So every position's here really big. Need a stop for the Pouākai.
Graham finds Steph Watts, dribbles in, finds Carr. Dotson crashes hard, but we see that Natasha Mack rebounds somehow, finds Lauren Hippolyte. The hustle of Paris Lukatui. Fantastic. It took a shot in the eye as well. And they're might discuss this. That does not look like it felt good at all. Look at the hustle though, getting in the lane, forcing the turnover, getting it back, and oh, it's just a swipe down there by Kendall Haramaya. Might have gotten the eyeball.
Yeah, unfortunately, like a little bit of, I guess, she didn't mean to catch her like that by the looks of things. It's a tough one getting them eye hits though, Case. Yeah, but great hustle by Lukatui. She's been doing that since the beginning of the competition, establishing her will defensively and on the boards and causing a nuisance and getting extra positions.
Well, I mean, that could be the game-winning play, really. It's a 7-point ball game with 2 minutes to go. Ball to the Pouākai, a chance to cut it down to 3 or 4, you know, with a made shot there.
You're right. And again, something that doesn't necessarily show up on the stat sheet, but as a teammate, you know, and when you're looking back at the tape, we understand the value of those type of positions this time in the game.
But what will the Queens do this time out? A high on-ball screen goes to Paris Mason.
Oh, great play.
That is an excellent play. Well read out of the baseline. How did you see it?
Looked like they had a shooter popping out to the corner, and most of the time the defense is looking to cheat that, and Dawson, being a high-level big, just slipped into that gap and got an easy one. And again, that all backs off what Lokatui did, getting that extra possession there, Case, with that hustle when it really should have been Pouakai's ball coming down.
Could have very easily been 7 points going to 5 instead of it's 7 points going to 9. Paris Lokatui rewarded it. Returned by her namesake, Paris Mason, on the other hand with the assist. A nice delivery from up high.
Yeah, and again, we've been speaking about it for most of the game, you know, impacting the game in ways that aren't necessarily putting the ball through the hoop, and we often speak to our players about the value of that. How are you impacting the game in the way that you defend, rebound, distribute the ball, run lanes, etc.
And to me, this is almost a battle of attrition. The effort that the Queens have put on the glass today. 48 rebounds in total, 15 of those offensive. When you go to the Pouakai effort, strong effort, but not a lot of results on the glass. 30 total rebounds, just 4 offensive rebounds, and that lack of second chance opportunities affecting their efficiency down the stretch.
Yeah, you're right, Case, and far from over right now. Still a lot of time on the board, but I would say, you know, the Queens' depth has just won out a little bit right now. Obviously, the positive for the Pouakai is they're adding a whole lot more talent and firepower moving forward.
Well, this possession here will tell the story of what's to come. Looking for Hadamaya in the post. Nesbitt fakes it, gets the paint, and can't get the finish. Carr, another rebound, up to 10 now.
A tough one there, Case. I probably would have liked to see them get that thing into Kendall right there on the duck and in the post for a quick action.
Make that 11 rebounds for Kristlyn Carr, 19 points, 11 boards, 4 assists. Maya Dotson to the cup. She's on 25 now. What a game she's had to go along with 8 rebounds and 4 assists herself.
Yeah, great game, so solid, never looked shook, getting whatever she wants right now.
Well, desperation time for the Pouakai. They got to score, and they got to score quickly. Hadamaya up high, rips through. It's the step through. Strong move on Mason, and then gets the
like a Ray Cameron move right there.
Put it up off the glass and put you down on your. Well, anyway, got the rebound, puts it in. Kendall Hadamaya now using up the shot clock for the Queens. And we see Tegan Graham up high looking for the foul. Eventually gets that whistle. That's going to be the 5th personal foul on the Pouakai, so free throws the rest of the way for the Queens.
And I would say, Case, great move here from Kendall. She probably had the kick out, you know. I would like to see, you know, a little bit more of when we're in these type of scenarios, extending slightly earlier and changing things up so that we give ourselves a chance right now, you know. This late in the game, potential to go down like 10-11, under a minute left. Things are pretty much put to bed, you know. You kind of got to put that, put things in place 2-3 minutes earlier to give yourself a chance down the stretch.
Tegan Graham ices 2 free throws, an 11-point lead with 54 seconds left. The Pouakai have to find some immense pace and some quick shots. It's Mack at the high elbow, going for 2. Is not going to get it done. The steal for Carr. Will she shoot it? Yes, she will.
And again, that's where, you know, Pouakai, I'm sure, moving forward, will have some quick hitters. And Carr, you know, clock's on your side. Tough on their Case. Do we run them out the building and lay them in, or do we take the air out of the ball? Run them out the building.
Get those buckets, baby. Get those buckets. Yeah. Kristlyn Carr. Oh, well, this has been a masterclass by the imports. A duo of Kristlyn Carr, Steph Watts, Tegan Graham in great support as well. But man, Kristlyn Carr, Steph Watts, Tegan Graham, Maya Dotson putting it together. 25 points for Dotson, 19 apiece for Watts and Carr, 11 for Tegan Graham. Those are your double-figure scores for the Queens.
19 and 11 for Kristlyn Carr, 19 and 13 for Stephanie Watts. So you're right, man, super balanced. On the other side, Dickey's had a ball game with 27 and 7, really showing some things today. And Sean Robati, 20 run right now. There's the big fella, Miles Pierce, with a double happy.
Double happy, double scouting. Assistant coach for the Wellington Saints. former Tall Black. 92-79 to score, 40 seconds left. Didn't Pouākai have a little bit of a miracle in it then? Stephen Graham, Kristen Carr, say hello. How
You know
going?
what, man? That's cool to see, bro. You know what? Sometimes when
Have
we
some
do all
fun.
this, we get caught up in it, but most of us picked up that ball at some point because we love this thing. So
If you ain't having fun, why are you doing it?
you're right, bro.
It's way more fun when the teammates are happy.
And Case, appreciate the opportunity to sit with you and watch some high-level hoops today, brother. We lucky too, man.
Well, the pleasure was all mine. Definitely lucky to get to call games like this. Quick into to Rabati, can't find the space. Dickey lets it go, and it's a little low. On the putback, also a no. Kristen Carr gets the rebound, looking for the foul. Good hustle. Tegan Graham, right place, right time, and that will just about do it. I think they have to get a shot up, but a valiant effort by the Mainland Pouākai today. But in the end, the class and depth and speed of this Queens team really shone through.
You're right, Case. A lot of depth, and a lot of class within this team and across the league. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this thing plays out this season. Classy play there, bro. I don't know what you think. Letting the shot clock run out, what you think? I don't want that turnover.
I don't want the turnover. I never want that, but you give that late throw to somebody else. But instead, she took it, wore it, and that is a 13-point lead to the Tokomanawa Queens, who will look at the standings. When you add in what's going on with the Rapid League, we'll have to do some math, but it was a spirited performance from the Mainland Pouākai over 40 minutes. Well, they played great for about 37 of them, but down the stretch, just were unable to contain this Queen side when they needed to most. And as mentioned before, the Queen's strength really shone through in the end.
Yeah, congratulations to Coach Tupu and Tokomanawa. Really impressed with the team and what they're shaping into right now. And obviously with the Pouākai, thought that they really hung tough today under some tough circumstances. Coach Wilson's got a lot that he can take back with them and build on. And when they get healthy and add to their roster, I think they're going to be a competitive group.
Well, the Queens move to the top of the table with their their third win of the season, up to 12 points now. And here we see the stats. As you saw, Lindsay Tate, brought to you by the TAB.
Yeah, and you can see right there, like the top three especially, but across the board, some real good balance on both teams. Again, not to sound like a broke record, but these Queens, they're going to be a problem with these three imports. Playing the minutes they do, the pace, rebounding and scoring the way they do. They're going to be a tough out.
The rebounds, you see, led there by the import duo of Watts and Carr. And in the end, it was a huge rebound advantage to the Queens, 50-32. Overall, kind of change in possession, tough to match. The assist games, Jeremiah led the way, and a bevy of 4 assist numbers on the Queen side.
Yeah, Kendall was really seeing the court well tonight, and she also shot that thing well. But as you alluded to just before, Case, I think the rebounding differential was the difference in the game this evening.
2 blocks for Dotson, 1 off her season average. 1 apiece for Jeremiah and Natasha Mack, leading us to the steals. There were a lot, especially in that second half. Turnovers were flowing.
Yeah, not a whole lot of fouls, but it looks like there was a lot of steals there. So be interesting to see how many deflections there were.
Now we see